The link to the stream though.
Back.
Sucks to be
Is
you.
Polarisu doing better?
Just by the way, Kyosten is
Polarisu, are you
live.
doing better?
No, I died.
Kyosten's live. So if we get less viewers, we know where they are.
No. We can ask. There's YouTube redirect. Kyosten can direct them to us.
He needs to follow us or subscribe to us, and I heard it's pretty
Christ.
shit.
Hello everybody,
call
how
it
you doing?
YouTube
Yes,
rating.
I am fine. I am not dead anymore. I lived.
Imagine like 100 viewers.
I should
Redirected.
respawn. That would be insane.
Most of you are
I mean,
not.
technically, this is a good jumping on point since we're doing something completely like new. This
by
would
the way,
technically be a
Skorak-
really good jumping on point. What?
Hype for the next adventure.
Chicken butt.
What?
What?
Chicken butt.
What?
I don't know. It was fun.
All right.
Welcome
what does that
everybody.
No, please. I want to know the intricacies of chicken butt.
No, that's like the joke, right? You tell somebody to say what,
Ah,
they say what, and then you
Wait, we
reply
started?
chicken butt.
Oh, that's
Yes, we
that's the joke.
started.
Oh, huh. All right. Why? What's
You
it?
placed too much
Okay,
Fortnite.
we started. Let's go.
That's fine. Hey, Green Gang, let's go. Representing Neo's here. Guys, our sponsor is here. Behave yourselves.
Yo,
Didn't
Be
the
nice.
crown go to someone else? Skorak? Oh.
Never
fucking tell me
God
to behave
damn it!
myself.
I started this and I deserve respect. I can share the crown, but you won't take it from my head.
Yeet Frog! You legend.
Hey, Frog. Yeah, sure. Well, if someone can do that, yeah, sure, we can move it on to. Oh, actually, should we use Dio's real avatar for this, or actually, let's just keep it like this. It's fucking, it's simpler.
Yo, welcome Broke Gang and Green Gang.
Welcome, Broken
Green
and
Gang, Green Gang.
Green Gang.
The fight Broke Gang against Green Gang. Who's gonna win?
Yo, this is what we see Green Gang.
Sunshine! Thank you.
sunshine, thank you.
You guys are amazing.
Oh,
Timmy
nice,
Broke Gang.
damn.
We can't have too many fractions. Either you're broke or you're Green Gang. You have to decide. You can't go with the
I've
semi-broke
seen too
gang.
much decimal points today.
The Durans are here,
see-
bro.
so-
The Durans are so
So see, that is a math joke. Okay, leave me alone.
I understand math joke. I'm something like an intelligent person by myself.
No, that's not what I mean.
Yo!
Oh.
Yo, let's go. And the sponsorship has begun, Neo. Just
Yo, what the
FYI, Neo the Butterfly is
Wait,
here as
wait.
well.
You
What
motherfucker! You
Yo,
motherfucker!
Wait.
Neo,
I'm.
Neo,
What
wait
did you
a
in your
minute.
stream when you spun the wheel?
Wait a
Nothing.
minute. Neo, I will have to object.
Wait, what bad?
What did you roll, fam?
Ignore it.
As long as Neo is DMing, sure. But when it's just all of us here, no.
I'm so confused, but okay, we'll believe.
I spun the wheel and I'm not allowed to play the specialist from Persona 4.
Exactly.
Ah.
When you're the DM and you're selecting the
Lunar.
music. Hey, Lunar, let's go. Green Gang is. Oh, damn.
That is Orange
Commanding
Gang.
statement right there.
Yo, right now we have 2 members of Orange Gang here.
Actually,
Yeah,
Neo
this was the
Neo
one
is a
group,
Red
too.
Gang member. Honestly.
I can make
Neo is the
everything rhyme with
sponsor.
Orange.
He doesn't even have a gang. He's alone. He sits on the pinnacle. Yeah, Neo and Lunar
Speaking of
chat
Red
on
Gang.
this right now.
Oh my god, Neo!
Speaking of
Ew.
challenge,
you legend.
Skorak. Neo, how long have we known each other by now? How long have we played D&D together? You know I love challenges.
You're absolute legend.
Thank you so much, bro.
You are honestly
You're a
amazing.
fucking legend, Neo.
Thank you so much. It was too much for Pata. He fucking just broke.
Yeah,
Oh shit, Para is gone!
not something out of the ordinary.
Oof.
Hey, Ren Zero, welcome to
Yo.
New Contractor. There we
guys
go,
are-
have a new member.
Mr. Kermit!
Yo,
Hey,
a
hello.
lot of generosity going on today. Just front loaded, damn.
Oh my.
You guys.
Okay, okay.
Jesus
Stop.
Christ, Chris.
Chris, you guys are legends. Hey,
Nice. Red Gang. Whew.
we have been live for a whole For
We have-
5
yeah, like
minutes.
for
For a whole 5
5
minutes.
minutes.
Yeah. You guys, okay,
Oh.
you are amazing, all of you.
A second, you
Man,
guys are. You are
Mandarin,
immense.
thank you.
You are colossal.
You are legends,
Bro,
guys.
they
You are
only-
beyond what Euclidean
Oh my
math
God.
can describe.
It doesn't
Holy
stop.
shit.
Okay,
Yo,
Does
people,
not-
Fuck Dim Dom.
we love you
Fucking
guys.
Dim Dom.
Just so you know, we all
Yo,
love you.
Dimdom, so glad for all of your like hard fought. Jeez.
KMI is here as well. KMI is the person that we're gonna do something today with. Just so you know, KMI is a legend as well.
Keima Katsuragi. Look, Keima just knows what one of the best animes in existence is. Thank you.
Is it Dog Days?
Man,
Definitely.
so,
Okay,
so
look, if you
much
know his
front
name, if you know
load
his
on
name, you
the-
know what I'm talking about.
I mean, Katsuragi says something, but like Keima, I don't know if I know a character that's called Keima.
He
The
doesn't. He
Green
doesn't
Gang
know.
revolt has begun.
He doesn't know. He doesn't know the god. Oh,
What's the
God,
next
it doesn't
one?
Stop.
In there.
Doesn't stop. Yo.
Look.
Syneder or Syneder?
I like your
Did I
profile
pronounce
picture.
correctly? Yeah, that's a really nice profile picture. Change
Hey,
side.
I liked it first.
I'm gonna say I like Kiwi's
Change
profile
that.
picture a lot. That Angelina picture they used to have, they changed it sadly. That was for me the best one.
Everyone's changing sides.
Everyone's changing
I mean-
sides.
Sorry, bro gang, but slowly you're losing your followers. You gotta change, you gotta do something against this. Get more people in here.
I'm with everybody, bro. Green
There will
Gang,
be
Bro
gang
Gang, all of
wars.
us. Ours.
I'm the one. I'm the one with the ability to use the Green Gang stuff, but I'm not Green Gang, so I don't know. I really don't.
You're a half.
Guys, Polarisu is cheating.
I'm a red mage. I'm between both lines. I can't decide what I want to be.
Red Major fucking centrist.
I will get that joke eventually.
You'll get there. You'll get there. Is that Para? Is he?
I'll
he
get there. I'll
returned?
get there.
Para has
He's not
returned.
bad. Yo, you guys stopped short circuiting him with your
Neo.
generosity for a little bit.
Yeah.
Neo. Yeah, well,
Every-
you heard that in
I
the
had,
business
I had to,
circle,
I had
right?
to
Yeah.
restart the Wi-Fi.
Yo,
I mean, at this point, do you want to be? If you want, I think you have every fucking right to be.
Para, just so your
Wait,
information, we got
what
like
happened?
250 bucks already. He needs to process this. Is he gone already? Every time we mention
yeah,
something like that,
disappeared,
yeah, that's always Para. As soon as we mention like money, then gone.
What?
Reject the blue wrench and join the Green Gang. Okay.
What? What?
You just look at chat and you know what's going on. You see the red things as well. That should be
I would love to do a
self-explanatory.
I would love to do a funny thing and just become a member as well with my channel. Sadly, Noel Biner did not allow me
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, moving on.
Moving on.
Moving on. So, what are we gonna do
So-
today? I'm curious. Tell us.
Wow, no, what? Wow, no. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
it's-
what are we going to do today?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Are
what
you
are we
in the
doing
watch
today?
together, Seva? So can they hear the music that I'm playing?
No.
For one time, I can ask what are we doing today, and I'm not the one that knows. I'm not the one that.
Yo, do you want to manage the music today or what?
Yes, I will
Okay.
use it,
He is
manage the music
managing
from here on. Yeah.
Good.
Yeah,
I'm
you
gonna
just
join the watch.
Open. Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah,
second.
I've curated it so
Oh,
that
no,
it will be.
oh,
It's
no,
almost all video game music and non-copyright music, so it should,
I don't
should
take
be
any
fine.
blame
Green Gang
for it.
sounds so appealing.
Yep.
Who-
Yeah.
the blame
can
is
someone
on me. Me from the mods. Can
Wait,
someone
how
unmod
much
me?
should the crown go to deal for this? Why does everyone want to take my crown today?
He is
I
in
mean-
charge.
Yeah, technically Dio's in charge. In charge.
I suck up
Everything
to the
I've
new-
done for you is null and void.
I suck up to the new
Philistines.
DM.
So what are we going to do today, Cesith? Well, you need not follow, but you must witness, because I am taking control as DM for a little while. Skorak is a little tired boy, and we shall be journeying to the far-off lands in the forest of Sargon, because there lies within a secret city that has been hidden from the rest of civilization, where magic, true magic, is whispered to exist.
To
Ooh.
Brazil.
To
So we
Brazil.
are going to Brazil.
Yes. And this will be mostly character creation, and if we manage to get through character creation a little bit, then you guys will be able to RP a little bit, a tiny amount inside of the actual world, as most of you are just adventurers from outside of the city, this mythical city of Shangri-La, and you'll be able to gaze upon it from a distance.
Yay! I like
Nice.
gazing.
Before that, though, Cesith, did you want to do the thing that you were talking about before? With
I
the
think
thing
so
you're
that
streaming right
it
now,
would make
or-
sense
Yeah.
that we're doing this. So,
Okay.
who wants to
Oh,
explain
this is
what we're gonna
interesting.
do now? The thing that we discussed before.
Wait.
And
What is it?
ironically, I do not know what you mean.
Like, there's something-
Someone made a fucking visual novel of the Harmacists. Some crazy motherfucker that I was just informed was I don't want to say his name wrong.
Keima.
Keima Katsuragi?
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
Just call him.
Y'all really
Kimo.
need to watch that anime.
Katsuragi-sama, Katsuragi-sama, made a
Wait,
visual
wait.
novel.
Wait, I'm tagging
of the
him right
Harmacists.
now. I'm tagging him right now. You
I
all
don't know
can
how.
continue.
I don't know exactly how much
There
was
we go.
made.
He's in the chat.
Yeah, I don't exactly know how much he's made or if, like what his plans are, because I was just informed of its existence today. While everyone else in the Harmacists knew about it. 'Cause I'm an idiot. But apparently, I think there's at least like a 5-minute demo that Cesith has to show off.
5 minutes of gameplay or something.
Yeah. We.
Yeah,
I don't think
I
that
do
we
want to.
can
I do want to
play-
say.
Oh, sorry. Continue.
I do want to say. I agree with July. I was also thinking that this is going to be 30 minutes later.
Yeah.
But you're here now.
Nope. This is my command. We start on time.
Based.
We were actually 30 minutes earlier.
Listen, you're under a new regime.
You
Good.
listen to Dio something.
Can I start and switch the screen?
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah,
you,
go
s-
ahead.
you can
I say
read.
you're under my regime, but you're still the one that controls
Good.
whether or
I-
not we go to
You're the
next
one
game.
that's like, yeah.
I would say everyone, like, if our characters have a line, we say it in our character, but for the NPCs and stuff, who want to be the NPCs?
What?
I
Oh,
like
actually,
Skorak.
no,
No,
wait,
I'm not gonna read.
Neo, I am so humbled by your support.
I like Skorak's Rain more. Regine, sorry. I don't know why I said the Rain.
said-
Is it the same letters?
Who said
It
this
is
was
Harmacists Civil War.
who said this was a fucking democracy? All right, this is a hostile takeover.
Based. Nice, based.
Damn.
This
Oh,
is
by the
about
way,
like
New management.
By the way, this image used here is made by Roxy, our map maker, who also makes our music. This is for the music album for the OST. Go listen to the OST. This is a request.
We will not be able to use the original music in the game because in the beginning there's, for example, a copyright one, and just to be on the safe side, we will be having the background from our stream, just for your information.
we can listen to the
I mean-
beautiful sounds of
I mean, we could
of the
we
ruins.
could be the background music.
Just start
I mean, I'm
beatboxing.
quite
So-
content with the music that Dio is playing, if I'm being honest.
Wait, he's playing.
He's just
music?
stealing Riot Games music.
Because you said
yeah,
Parag,
Yeah, I
you're,
restarted. I
you're
restarted.
lagged out and yeah.
So,
Yo, this looks like
this looks
such a
so
good
sick.
visual novel.
Good. I would say the NPCs are spoken by Skorak, right? But does that make sense? Or
Oh fuck, we're gonna do some voice acting.
yeah, sure. Like, you can join the stream, like
Okay,
the Discord
Skorak,
stream.
yeah.
Then you don't have any delay.
I get some the narrator too, or
Kodak thought he wasn't DMing today, meanwhile.
I mean, he's playing NPCs.
Alright.
I mean, I could play
Yeah.
NPCs, but
Who's narrating though? Shouldn't I
The
also?
city of Corinia, one of the most
Yeah, let's
important
go.
mobile cities in Minos. Outside of the city, right at the gate, two Forte guards were chatting when they noticed a weird fella approaching them.
This is weird, fella. This is me, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, probably. It's
Yeah.
Rock, the
Rock.
son of Rock, a massive Archosaurian.
Just a rock.
Yeah, I miss those things.
Hey buddy,
Googly eyes.
if you want to enter the city, you need to pay the entrance fee.
It's literally a rock. Oh, I love this. Yeah. No. I love the old rock art. No, I love this a lot.
Yeah.
It is goat leg that I called earlier.
He said the thing.
Sorry, sir, but we don't take your form of payment here.
I do not understand. Such a leg can feed a whole family.
While Rook is still thinking about why they don't accept such fine legs, another guard approaches the one dealing with Rook. They talk briefly until one of them approach Rook.
Today's your lucky day, pal. We've decided to let you in, but before that, take this solo letter with you.
The other guard hands over a hollow letter to Rook. Bro, my stream is buffering. I don't know if it's my line.
You
Oh,
can.
you can
Discord.
look at the Cesith stream on the Discord.
If I would click on Cesith's stream, then I would fly out of the Watch Together room, and I really want to listen to the music. So Rock walks in through the gate, not really understanding anything.
Otherwise, I can take
Should
the
I
offer if you want.
narrate in that case? Because the narrator will need to say a lot.
Yeah, so I
After
can
walking
take it.
around a few minutes, go ahead.
After walking
Okay.
around a few minutes,
That
Rock
was
started
really nice,
asking
but-
random people whether they seen someone called the Great Chief.
Have you heard of anyone named the Great Chief?
Oh, God, fucking no, you fucking no, I'm not doing this.
Corinna is
no.
already inhabited by cat mates and cat boy mates.
I'm
Yo,
gonna
this is
take her.
kinda-
I need to
I
take her.
didn't see that. Like, I'm not gonna lie. I didn't
I've
see
been
this.
set up. I've been set up.
I
No,
don't think I heard the name before, yeah?
there we go. He did it.
Sorry for bothering you.
It's okay, yeah. Have a nice day. Now.
Oh, that's well. Oh, that's well.
Have a nice day, yeah.
I
good, that's good.
never do anything like that. Thank God someone else took there.
Yo, Dio, this might be very short term, but like, can we get a cat girl mate in our campaign?
There is one. Well, it's not a cat girl, it's a dog girl. Anyway, do you
That's a
know of
minus.
anyone named the Great Chief?
Oh no, is that Stein?
Yes.
Instead of a cup.
Fine. Sorry, I don't know anyone named the Great Chief.
That's
I am
the
not scientist.
Mother scientist.
That's fucking dead.
Okay, that's Risu. Risu, go ahead, do that.
This is such derivative. You have all the cameos here. Holy shit.
I love this
Okabe.
version of it so much.
This is great.
Okabe, I think Daru is messing with her invention again.
Not again. See you around, Orcosauria creature.
Bro, imagine
I have
that you
no
just
idea
said
how
mad
these I've
scientist
never
in
played.
Greece.
Oh
and
my
it's so
god!
naughty.
Oh my
Come on, come on.
This is not all I was born to play.
How do I
Yes,
mix
go ahead.
how do I mix the Ugandan voice with the
You-
Do you know the way?
You have to know the fucking
No.
way.
No.
No.
Just know. Sarcophagus.
Are you serious? You para turtles sit with sun and drive under the table.
That is so good.
This is amazing.
We need more.
Like after everything
such a
I've seen,
soul-based.
like after everything I've seen with all the like screenshots and stuff as it was being made, I didn't expect fucking Knuckles. You kidding?
I did. Hey, that's so well done. We need more. Like, honestly, give Kema some love in chat. Kema has done an amazing job on this.
Apparently, it's
That was
not
brilliant.
the
I love it.
the newest version.
That's amazing. What the fuck?
Make the
It's-
players dateable.
I would love that.
Make the players fucking the player character all the routes.
Well, no, I could see if it's made from like Azure's perspective, and then like all of the PCs are like the dateable routes.
True,
Azure-
that's actually a good idea.
Yeah.
Ooh,
So like you can do like the
that'd be-
cannon route and do like the whatchamacallit. I almost called her whirl.
I mean,
so
that
see,
is the
Semblance
name.
is the true ending, of course. Semblance is the true ending. Semblance is the heaven's
Yeah, the
field.
semblance is like semblance is the
It's
true.
like-
Semblance is the true.
Yeah.
ending.
So Steve, I already tagged you.
Oh,
God damn it, this
People
was
are applying for
amazing.
being a developer team now.
More
The
applauding.
gameplay and everything match.
Oh.
But that was so good. Like, Kema, you really nailed it. I love it. I freaking love it. Can I click on
Oh
settings?
my
Should I
God.
risk it?
no.
Really?
I'm very scared that it could be weird things in settings.
But I
Could
want to
just break,
see
it. Could
it.
just open. It could just open
There we
hentai
go.
for all you know.
Yeah, what if it shows
Oh,
your
that's-
IP address?
Yeah.
It's already game over. Wait. Okay, let's
How
just.
much is
I'm gonna
the
go on
game?
talking scene and I'm gonna click on settings. Okay.
You didn't. Okay, never mind.
Okay, okay, sure.
Yeah, it's totally fine. It's just typing speed, auto read, BGM volume, SFX. All good. All
Oh.
safe.
A Harmacists dating game would be so much fun. Yeah, like
Ooh,
Going
we
to
can have fun.
Helmet.
We can have
going
fun.
the Helmet route would just be the dark side route. You'd just end up killing the entirety of Corina together.
Skipping ahead to the
There's
hand.
gonna be several accounts of arson.
That was
Oh.
so good.
This music just fits Sargon so well.
Yes, that yeah, it does. It fits Sargon quite a lot, yeah.
Oh, this is
That was
funny.
amazing.
That was-
I love
I'm
it.
actually in love with it. That is so cool.
Very good.
I would have never expected this.
I hope it like that's actually cool because it's like I was following the story and then it just blindsided me. I hope it does more of that.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be perfectly aligned with the story. It's super fun to read something like that.
I
No, but
legit.
from- I just wanted to say,
Uh,
from now on, it's actually canon that Rock encountered a scientist, the scientist's friend, a cat girl mate or cat boy mate, and you get the knuckles. It is possible that you get the knuckles exist in darkness.
True, just do the same thing. It is possible. I don't know. God damn it.
So can I switch to the new thing that is still working on already?
So give me a sec. Yeah. So, all right. So now I am the captain now. Look at me. I am the captain now. All right. So you can move over to the scene, and you can show them the city of Shangri-La, the city that all of you will be taking a little journey to for a little while.
I'm switching now. Slowly but steady.
Okay,
This is the
I
place that
see.
you will be exploring for a while.
Yep, I know where I'm going.
Yeah. Where
I can
would
tell you
that be?
it's not the pit.
You don't want to go to the pit?
Well, it's something more that my sister would do.
It would be.
It's a good place.
The proving grounds. Okay, now we're talking.
The market,
Alright.
I do like-
palace of the
I do
sky,
like
the
this. It's
slum.
nice.
Okay.
So
That map is beautiful, by the way.
yeah, it's
Oh,
made
yeah,
in
it's an
Incarnate.
amazing map.
Yeah,
It's
it
made
looks
in
great.
Incarnate. All of the like individual houses and stuff like that I placed down myself. There wasn't like an algorithm or anything like that. Anyway, so before this though, I know that some of you have like your characters thought out a little bit, but we can talk about them a little bit so we can like actually get them sorted out before we actually do the session 0. Because I know that some of you were unsure. You don't need a sheet yet. Even in the session 0, you shouldn't need a sheet. It's going to mainly just be talking and like wandering around and exploring and stuff like that, unless you guys like randomly start shooting people. And then I'll do we'll talk about Skorak's character last, because when I talk about Skorak's character, I'm also going to talk about general knowledge involving Shangri-La, so that it will be an introduction to the world. Because Skorak's character comes from Shangri-La, so he knows. Yeah, so he knows a little bit about this.
Oh my god, he comes from Shangri-La.
So, who are the people that want to go first that aren't named Skorak? Who wants to talk about their characters and flesh it out with me?
Cesith.
I can't.
That's
So,
it?
I don't know why I got invited to be the first one, but I appreciate it. Yeah, I can definitely.
All right, so Monkey Man. So your thought was doing a monkey butler, correct?
No, I actually want to be a dog butler.
Oh,
No,
dog
no, no,
butler,
no,
change it up.
no. That monkey man. I'm gonna be monkey.
Can we have a
Alright.
dog maid?
Yeah, I don't.
There is a dog.
You could have had a a match there. I'm just saying.
Yeah, so Tinder, like I could swipe right, but maybe there's like hot monkeys around my area.
There is a monkey.
What?
There is a monkey man. But anyway.
Wait, man. Okay, man, we can work with that. I mean, when there's a hole, there's a way. That's what my friends taught me.
What? Work with the monkey.
So, when you say monkey man, are you just talking about like how monkey are you? Are you like mountain level monkey, or are you just a half monkey?
I would say I still look like my old teacher, like still human, but like very hairy, and like you see.
Like my old teacher.
And we don't need to like go into like full depths of like
Cesith
your back-
backstory?
like, your-
Let's go.
Yeah, we don't need to go into like the full depths of your backstory, because these are going to be like light backstories with the exception of Skorak, because most of you, or all of you except for Skorak, are adventurers that are coming to the city, who have never been to the city before, right? So like you don't know anyone that's here, and you also probably don't know the party that well. In particular, because you're a monkey, you could be from Sargon itself. I think the original idea was that you're here because you're a guide to even get to Shangri-La. Yeah, you're a guide to even get to the city because it was so deep within the jungles of Sargon, and you've lived within Sargon, and so you've heard stories about it before. And so when Victorian mercenaries walked up to you and were like, "Hey, we'll pay you a lot of money if you show us where Shangri-La is," you're like, "Sounds kind of cool."
Mm-hmm.
I like money.
Yeah, so I'm going to ask this question for everyone. What is the main thing that drives your character? Like, was it money? Was it like, or was it money? Like, you're like, oh, well, these Victorian mercenaries are offering me a lot, or was it more like the adventure of finally finding the ancient city of Shangri-La that you've heard stories about as a child?
Well, for us, yeah, we have a.
Yeah.
We're more interested in the magic, the quote unquote magic, because, only Durans kind of have like proper magic. So we're curious to see it out here in the open world.
So what about you, Sis? What's Monkey Man's main drive? Why is he going and adventuring to the city of Shangri-La?
You're challenging me. So I'm a monkey battler with British accents. That was the one thing, right?
Yes, yeah.
And
Yeah, you were chosen because you were way more civilized than most of the other people in Sargon.
what drives me? I guess. Hey, could we make like? I would say my previous master may have died, and I need now a different place to work, and so I decided to be a guide and make money. And I'm now a guide. Could that be a valuable reason?
Yeah, so not only just money, like you had just lost your job because your previous master died, but also it's possible that you just felt lost without someone telling you what to do, right?
Yeah.
It's possible that like you, as a butler and as somebody that's worked under somebody for so long, without somebody giving you orders, you kind of just felt like you were wandering around lost in the primitive jungles of Sargon. I don't know if you feel like above your monkey brethren that are walking around barely wearing anything, being idiots, but like smashing themselves into fucking whatchamacallits. But yeah, you could feel like you didn't belong in Sargon a little bit. So when the Victorians walked over to you and were like, "Hey, you seem rather civilized. Would you like to? We want to find this ancient city." You might have been like, "Well, that sounds like a good deal to me."
it was only a temporary solution to like be working a job. I just wanted to survive, and so I had no other option. But like as soon as I see something else that I enjoy in life or see, I think I will just immediately like do something else.
Yeah, all right, that makes sense. So at the moment, this is like a temporary solution for you, and really you're looking for like an actual, a new master, like someone that's worth your respect.
Yep.
And actually, I can very easily tie this in. So here, how does the spice sound for you? All right. When your master died, you had, and they were like giving around. They were like, his family was like searching around and looking for like his lost items and his will. There was one last letter for you, and in that letter, he had told you and implored you to seek out the lost city of Shangri-La.
Just seek out the lost city of Shangri-La, nothing else.
Yes.
Okay.
Just to seek it out.
That would imply that like the monkey had like a very close relationship to the previous like master at some point.
Well,
right?
no, it might have even been a surprise because he didn't even give the letter directly to him. It was just that when they were searching through his items after he had died, they found a letter that was addressed to Cesith's character, and so they gave it to him. And all the letter basically said, "In order to find your destiny, seek out the lost city of Shangri-La."
Okay. Yeah, I can live with that. Also, just realized something. I'm at the moment a nameless monkey. A nameless British monkey.
Yeah.
So, a name.
Yeah,
like,
so
I haven't really thought about the name,
tell
but
us.
like, I was thinking about James. But if chat has any suggestions, I might take one from chat. I'm just saying. But I would maybe go with James, depending if I find a better one. Because James and I don't know Sebastian. I'm not a Sebastian fan for monkey. I think James
Sebastian.
wins.
Winston.
Call you Clementine. Can we call him Jeeves?
Jeeves.
I love Jeeves. I love Jeeves as a name.
How
Not
written
a
like
6-star.
like how is it written?
I never spelled Jeeves in my life.
Jeeves,
I've
like
never
that?
met anyone named Jeeves. Can you imagine that in class?
There's a
Everyone
reason
introduces
why
himself.
probably
Hi,
never
I'm
is called.
Chad. Hi, I'm Jeeves.
We call him Jeeves, like the monkey.
Alfred's
like the
kind of
dog.
good. Alfred's kind of good.
Yeah, I like
Galahad.
Alfred.
Ooh, I like
Call him
Galahad.
Gandalf.
Galahad. I like
Yeah,
Galahad
no.
as well, but
Nigel.
No, I do like you having like a British accent. And so as a side note, it's not like you. So you kind of like mimicked the. Actually, no, that would make sense because that would make sense why they were going to you in the first place. So your master was Victorian, and was just living in Sargon for unknown reasons. And so that's why like these Victorian mercenaries or people that had vague relations to your master came. And maybe like they either saw your letter and or they just saw that you were very civilized, as I had mentioned. Like you were very much not like the more primitive people of Sargon. They were like, hey, we're looking for the city of Shangri-La. And you're like, oh, apparently so am I. As you're like reading the letter, you look up, you're like, oh, well, yeah. Interesting coincidence.
I'd like to believe that they needed people, but we didn't know that, and so my character tried to get charisma her way into the search party, into the group, into the research. But
Alright, yeah,
meanwhile,
so
they were just like hiding the entire time.
Yeah, so in summary, you are as of right now, nameless monkey man, who was raised vaguely Victorian, in a Victorian household, and you were a butler for an old master who was very kind to you. After his passing, you had felt lost a little bit in the world, but you were given a letter that was addressed to you from your master, that had told you to seek out the lost city of Shangri-La. And right around the same time, at your master's funeral, some Victorian mercenaries approach you and ask you if you would be a guide to them, so that you can find the exact same city. Taking this as an opportunity, you decided to join the group and try to lead them to the lost city of Shangri-La.
okay, I'm fine with that. Also, I think a name that I also really like. I don't know why, but George.
George is nice.
George of the Jungle.
Curious George?
The reason why I typed in
George of
famous
the
monkey names and I found George. Yeah, just George.
Yeah, Curious
George of the
George.
Jungle.
George of the Jungle, Curious George. George is a very monkey name.
George of the Jungle is not actually a monkey though, he's a guy.
Yes, he fucking
He's a
is.
monkey
He's a
man.
monkey.
I typed in
He's a
famous
monkey man.
monkey names and I got
Dude.
George. Okay.
Yeah, you do not have
just
to
call
be
yourself
a
Harambe.
Oh, dicks out for Harambe.
What? One question. So on that note, what kind of monkey are you? Are you like a gorilla or are you like a monkey?
Like, do you know like the monkey with the tea in his hand, like the picture? Probably like the
monkey with the
NFT
tea?
man. Yeah, maybe like the NFT monkey, probably in that style.
Oh
my god, is it NFT?
Okay, so you're
Like,
like a.
that,
What color?
it's just
what
like in
color
that
are you?
style. It's
So,
it's
do you have a? So I know we don't have art, but can you like describe what your character looks like hair? Assuming that you dress very like fancy, but
yeah, like obviously I have a suit. That's obvious, but I think I've a monocle. Do you call it like this? Like the one.
monocle, yeah.
Yeah.
Monocle?
Maybe I have a mustache, obviously. I
Alright.
don't know how it looks like a monkey with mustache, but yeah, I have a mustache, and I do have like a somehow human-looking face with like decent, hugely ears, and just like a little bit over the body, like some hair. I'm not particularly fat or anything. I'm like I would say human proportion, like yeah, about like the normal size, like 70 kilo size.
All right. Who wants to go next? The twins or Para?
Para is probably not
I-
prepared.
Is it
Para
twins
needs
effect?
more time to prepare.
Yeah, Para
Because-
can think about this.
Write it down.
So yeah,
No.
Para,
The problem is kind of simple. I don't know what the story is.
We don't know.
So it's
None of us
it's very basic. You're an explorer, so for whatever reason, you have been hired by Victorian mercenaries in order to go in and find the city of Shangri-La within Sargon, because apparently there were rumors that there's actually true magic there. And that's it. Like, so you could just be like a guy that really wants money or really needed money. And so you're being hired by the Victorians as a mercenary. You could really want to explore, and the thought of magic is really interesting to you. You could be like a researcher. You could be
Okay,
Victorian.
okay.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay,
Yeah,
that,
we're doing
then it's
like pretty simple background. Yeah, we're doing pretty simple backgrounds with the exception of Skorak, who wanted a more interesting background, as it were. So I'll give you a little bit of more time so that you can think about it. So the twins, the Durin twins.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's us.
All right, so describe, because I know that you guys have like thought it out a little bit more. So what describe yourselves.
So basically,
Like what's
we
going
are,
on with you? Yeah.
we are Durins, and we are twins. And I'm the younger one by a couple of minutes, or whatever, like the time difference between twins is.
Whatever the time.
I don't know. Do you
Um,
want to go into the? Yeah.
Yeah. So starting base. Why are you doing the things that you're doing? So why are, and obviously you don't have to have the same answer. But like why are each of you joining up with the Victorians to go inside and search out the city of Shangri-La?
Well, we do have the same answer actually.
No, okay.
It's like
Yeah. We've designed our characters to be they work together. They just
yes.
yeah. Without each other, they are a bit lost sometimes.
Yin and Yang style.
Very lost. In fact, yeah.
Yeah, the entire they fall apart. But yeah, so they were delinquents in the Durin world, and after leaving,
After being
as
asked
most
to leave.
Often, as most students do when they graciously leave to explore the outside world, see what it's like. They heard about through their travels. They heard about that magic existed somewhere, possibly, right? And so they wanted to see it because that's almost like what it kind of sounds almost like. What students have, which shouldn't be available up here. So they want to go investigate it and find out about it.
Yeah,
But,
the idea
yeah.
of having a magic adventure is like, so to say, the most important thing. I guess like finding the magic on its own is important to both of us, but for my character, the idea of an adventure sounds pretty cool as well.
For my character, the idea of finding something to sell for a lot of money also sounds kind of appealing. But like she's mainly there for curiosity. But if she can find something to do with that, yeah.
So have you tried to search out the city by yourselves before? Is that something that you would have done?
They would want to have gone in before without anyone, and then realized that they couldn't.
Yeah.
Or that, Yeah, exactly. And so they would find the Victorian people, people who are trying to, get in, and then, like I said earlier, try to talk their way into them, and feel really cool about the fact that they got in.
Yeah.
With those guys,
Yeah.
they were just hiring.
It was like,
assumingly you were like, hey, we're really good. We're a couple of Durans, and we're just like, you're hired. What? Don't we need to talk anymore? No, we are in desperate need of people. And actually, you guys might be one of the first explorers to join up with the Victorian mercenaries, and you can tell in general your boss, and this will be the first NPC, is a cat boy by the name of Bruno. He is a very tired-looking cat boy with dark skin, like dark brown skin, and pitch black hair. And he is very clearly a mercenary. He doesn't dress up fancy, even though he's your quote-unquote boss. He dresses up like he was in the military, or is very clearly a fighter. And he is always kind of pseudo depressed and or tired. And he is just he's like, all right, listen, you're hired, but don't we need to is there no vetting process? No, because they've had a couple of failed expeditions to try to get to Shangri-La, and at this point they're just hiring anyone. They've spent a bunch of money on this already, and they have still not made it to the city in one piece and managed to make it back.
I can imagine our characters will be like Risu's character will be oh, we managed to present ourselves in a nice way, we talked them into hiring us. And my character will be yeah, my fucking great ex has made them sign us up, and meanwhile they just take everybody.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, look at you with your big axe getting us into advanced missions. So proud of you.
Hell yeah.
Question: I forgot to ask this with this. Of course, you don't need your sheet yet. But the for this session. But what classes are all of you?
Barbarian.
All right, the Barbarian Durian.
Yes.
We're a barbarian and a barder. We've stuck together through everything.
Barbarian Durian. I love it. So they want fodder. Yes. They're in desperate need of bodies to send into Shangri-La. Apparently there is one group that made it, and one person reported back. So that's how they know it exists. But ever since then, they've been having a lot of trouble actually getting back to the city, for whatever reason, for unexplained reasons. All right, so the adventurous magical Durians, the sisters as they were. Oh, do you want to describe what you look like?
Short.
I mean,
do one of you have long hair? One of you have short hair? You're twins. So is there anything that differentiates you?
Actually,
yeah, we have the same eye color, same hair color, stuff like that. But the way we dress and shit is very different to each other.
I see. So it's the way you dress. I see.
Yeah, the way we dress and the way we carry ourselves. My character is very charismatic and is the talking point. And when she eventually fails in trouble, Kaiser saves me.
Yeah, my character's personality is based on angry British football fans. To put it into perspective, so yeah.
Was it always the British?
It's always the British. So what hair color / hairstyle do you guys have?
Red eyes, white hair, and my character has a ponytail with a hoge coming out of the top, the one that Saber has from Fate, right?
All right, so Saber with a ponytail with white hair and short.
Yeah.
Nice. You, Polarisu?
Short, fluffy hair with a question mark kind of looking. What you call that thing? Ahego? I don't want to say the wrong word.
Ahego,
it's not Ahegao and Ahego.
Yeah,
No.
and she always.
Ahegao and Ahego are different.
I have no clue what the other thing is.
Shut
up.
So have you ever seen a picture of Saber or?
Yeah, I did. A few. There's too many of them.
I like how you're assuming. I like how you're assuming Cesith only knows what the bad one is.
I do.
It's obvious. Come on.
By the way, if we are already talking about like what characters look like, my character already has like artwork.
Oh, okay.
So Cesith, if you have nothing else to do,
Wait,
you can put it on screen.
okay,
if you
do you
like
mean
it.
idiot?
No.
It's a little hair. It's
Getting
you
a
know the
picture
little
of
piece
it.
of
It's a
hair that
costume.
flicks off the top
Hold
or
on.
something.
Aha,
So if
some
you-
weird shape.
So yeah,
Aha,
so like
cowlick.
right there in Kaiser's art, and also if you look at Saber, it's that little tuft of hair that sticks up.
Exactly. And it's fucking amazing. That's what
A
it is.
hoge? Is it a hoge? Is that what it is?
Yeah, it's a hoge.
So if you
A
so if you
hoagie?
pick it, so if you cut it, you'll get an altar or something.
yes, yes. You got it, you'll get an altar, yeah.
Yeah. So she has a short, fluffy hair with that question mark a hoagie, and she wears a like a kind of like a long cape coat thing over her, with her hands on hidden underneath because she doesn't like people knowing what she's preparing to do next. And what was I gonna say? I forget, but I'll figure it out later.
Well, in
Alright.
contrast to that, my character just has a red bomber jacket and stuff that you would usually not see a dwarf from a magical kingdom wear. So it's like kind of
Oh
a
yes.
contrast
Yeah,
between
how could I
characters.
forget? And she wears a fake mustache. Thank you, Neo.
It
Yeah,
was a fake mustache? That's very
Yeah.
funny.
Yes, she wears that. It's because she thinks it makes her seem more professional.
I see. Nice.
She's very wise and very dumb.
Para, what's the ideas? Are we moving on to Skorak? We can buy you more time if you need it.
Come on, Peta. Bug it up, Peta.
God damn it! As soon as you ask, my mind went like literally. God damn
No,
it!
you can keep thinking. All right, so Skorak.
Yes.
Oh, there we go. All right, Skorak,
Rest of
my
the
boy.
practice
All right, you are the only one who has actually been to the city of Shangri-La, unlike the rest of them. You were separated from the party at the start.
We tried. Okay.
Well, I was never
give us
with
credit.
them.
Yeah. Well, you're separated at the party at the start, and you might join the party later. That's what I meant.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
So, describe your character a little bit, the basics.
So my character is an outsider to Shangri-La. She arrived there after being exiled from QaiserMLG, where she used to be a knight. They let her stay reluctantly because she's one of the few outsiders that already had magic, and they're like, what the fuck? And she's mostly like, they tolerate her, but she's not exactly one of them. You know, she stays there, but she still has like, she's between an outsider and a local.
Yes. And God, there's already drawings all over the fucking map. So, if you actually look at the map, the one clear thing is elevation, and that elevation does matter. Unless you're well enough respected, you're not allowed up onto the higher levels of the elevation. You're not allowed up to the Proving Grounds, or the Palace of the Sky where the nobles live up here. And you're especially not allowed up to the Temple of the Sky. So you probably hang around Skorak for most of your time, like around here in the markets or the slums, somewhere around here. Maybe
Probably
like,
they
go
beat
to
a
the
lot
pits
as
and-
well.
Yeah, I was about to say. I don't know if you fight in the
Who
pit.
drew a penis on the
or if you watch it.
freaking thing?
Probably.
There, I don't
Yeah,
know
just
what one of
can
you
you-
is doing.
That was Kaiser. I can see the different colors indicate who did it.
You do know
How did
Twitch
you
chat.
know it?
You know it's, that everyone sees it.
That's okay.
Anyway,
Yeah, Cesith is the guys, Polarisu is the two circles, and yeah.
My art is further down. I drew a mustache.
I'm afraid of expanding it because it's like a little penis on the left side.
How do I?
It's
how
a
do
good
I
penis.
animate
Oh my
my
god,
drawings?
Neo.
Yeah.
Oh,
move it?
Neo!
What happened? Oh, Neo.
Alright, this is really not getting another
That's insane.
NDR.
Kaiser needs
There we
one.
go, Para.
God damn it! I'm at pot 3 now.
nice.
Chad, absolute fucking giga Chad.
Thanks for clearing
If
it.
I if I get like 2 more, it'll be like the yeah. Never mind.
So
All right.
so I can explain a little bit about the city now, and the basics of what you know, Skorak. All right. So when you arrived, the Shangri-La was already in a little bit of turmoil. When you arrived at first, you saw this beautiful, luscious city, hidden deep within the pits of Sargon. While it's surrounded by mostly like very uncivilized, very low, to some extent, low intellect people who only care about fighting, Shangri-La is a quite literal paradise. They have fountains of water flowing down, tons of food, tons of fields. The people live in like actually relatively good houses. And in general, not a lot of people. There's still an aura or a vague idea of strength dictating your respect in society, but it's nowhere near what it is outside. They respect you for being smart. They respect you for being a builder. They respect you for being a bard here. It's much closer to the outside civilization of something that you would know, like Chimera's. Kashmir, whatever the fuck society. Yeah, sorry, I can never say their name. Kazimiaj. Which might surprise you. This place, this city, has advanced far beyond any other place that you had seen in Sargon since you had been exiled. And there's virtually no fighting or war here. And you know that it is because of magic. You when you arrive here, you can very easily see groups of shamans and or just some random civilians from time to time using what you can only describe as pure magic. They're able to lift objects with their hands and also shoot fireballs, disappear into thin air, and teleport. Things that are somewhat possible through arts, but there is no Originite disease here. What's it called? I'm blanking right now.
Magical
Oripathy.
Oripathy. Yeah, sorry. There is no Oripathy. Most people don't even know what Originium is here. Oripathy doesn't even exist, and if you ask around about it, it has not touched this place at all. It is a sheltered society that lives way apart from the rest of the world. That lives by its own rules and its own its own religion. Very specifically,
like magical Wakanda.
Magical Wakanda, yes. Notably, it is very religious. Most people almost all people that live within Shangri-La are very religious, and they specifically worship the god of the sky, Estelle. If I don't know how much you're trying to learn about that, but you know that they treat Estelle as if Estelle is the thing that gives them this paradise, that gives them water flowing through their rivers, like trees and foliage growing around their borders, and protects them from the outside world. Estelle is held in very high regard.
So is it Estelle like the Arknights character, or Estelle like natural born of the void?
Estelle, that's how you pronounce it. It's in whatchamacallit, and I'll put it in here as well. Yeah.
I just wrote Estelle, god of the sky, okay. Baladelphine of Sargon. Oh, yes. Estelle.
Estelle, yeah, Estelle, the god of the sky.
Oh.
Cool. And as you had mentioned, you have a weird no flashbacks. Anyway, you have a weird relationship with most of the people inside of the city because they don't like outsiders. They are a very like seclusionist civilization. They're pretty set in their ways because their ways are working, right? A lot of the people view like their religion and the ways that they do things as right because, I mean, look around. Comparatively to most of the other cities inside of Arknights in general, and especially Sargon, they're doing great, right? No sarcasm war. No, yeah,
it works.
Like, they are so they don't need to make Shangri-La great again because it's already great and it's been great since its inception. They think that there's almost like this cocky elitism towards outsiders, where most of the other people, most of the people in Shangri-La think like the way that we're doing things is just right because, I mean, our city's great. I don't know what to play. Where did you come from? Huh? Mrs. Exile?
Who are you? I am from Shangri-La.
Yeah. I am from ancient Rome. What were you going to say something, Kaiser?
I was about to ask, is healing also a thing in the city? Like healing magic?
Yes, all types of magic, so like divine magic,
Mm.
even warlock magic, all of it is just it's supposedly given by Astel.
Okay.
That's called
Um,
provider of magics.
By the
Yes,
way,
provider of magics, provider of luxury. Yes.
can I
Sorry.
read like my backstory that I had written down a few even months ago at this
Sure.
point? So what I've written down, was my parents were alcoholics and I ran away from home. After living a few days on the streets, I was thinking about going back home, but a person in a limo got out of his car and asked me if I need a job. I said yes, and he trained me to be his butler. During that, he trained me the basic about combat. I was allowed to visit the library in my free time, and obviously this is where I spend most of my time. I'm a very intelligent person in the game. Was my plan to go with, if that works with your story.
Yeah, everything works. Yeah,
Perfect.
sounds perfect. You have come up with a name yet? Have you decided on one?
I don't know. Like I think George James is, I do kind of like it, but like people
Oh,
also
George
like
James is a nice name.
George James.
Yes, George Jameson.
George, I was just about to say George Jameson. You could just be named George Jameson.
Then let's call it George Jameson. I can't even say Jameson. Fuck this word, but I'm
George
call
Jameson.
me
of the
George.
Jameson household.
I'm gonna be like George Jameson. You can call
George
me
Michael.
George or Georg.
Yo, I forgot. Did you give your names?
No,
during
we didn't. I
Sisters?
was about to say.
Yeah.
So, big sister first.
She goes by Joker as like a code, almost like a code name.
Mm.
Her real name, I was thinking of something, but now with Chestnut, I kind of see there's a pattern to the Duden's names, and I kind of want to rethink it. So
You can
yeah,
rethink
I'm
it
gonna,
if you need to.
yeah, I need to rethink her actual name, but she goes by Joker.
All right, George
Just,
Jameson,
yeah.
Joker. What's the
I'm
little
the
sister?
Joker, baby.
what's the little sister?
Little sister is called Mole. She goes by Mole, just like the animal that lives underground and has very big hands.
All right.
There's a reason for it. And a real name, she's just called Rudy.
Rudy.
Yeah, Rudy. It's like
Okay.
it's like an acronym of Durin, but without the N.
That's funny.
Also, my class, I didn't say it before. I wanted to go with Artificer. I heard it's a
Artificer's
really
really
hard,
fun.
it's a really difficult class to play from what I've heard, but I've also heard it's one of the most fun ones.
It is. It's a very fun. It's my favorite 5e class. Artificer is a very funny class. We can talk about classes and sheets and stuff like that afterwards if you need to, because I know that some of you will probably need help.
I need a lot of help. Like the D&D character we
Yeah.
set up last week, that was so broke. My sheet wasn't perfect. I think there were some mistakes in there for sure.
Yeah, it's fine. And yeah, so as Julie and I talked about the so one of the things that might surprise you as we continue to talk about Shangri-La, Skorak, is that because there's no Originium, that their technology is like basic-ish, but is very efficient, right? Like there is no they don't have like things like microwaves or things like that, but their quality of life and especially their happiness is very high. Most people, that's the main thing. That's the main takeaway. Most people in Shangri-La are happy, which comparatively to most of the Arknights story is an improvement.
Is this a classic boomer moment? Like no phones, everyone living in the moment.
Yeah, and friendship. Yeah. Well, not only that, but like there is just like this sense of purpose and this sense of ignorance, right? That a lot of people don't know about like the outside technology because, as I said, they're very isolated. When foreigners come in, they treat them like shit a lot of the time. So they don't know about like the wonders of technology, like televisions and shit like that. But they don't care because they're living in a magical wonderland.
Fair enough.
Oh yes, I don't know if I asked this before. I feel I did, but I forgot. Do we need our arts casting catalyst to cast magic?
No.
Okay, cool.
So if we have chosen magic for our characters, right? Like D&D magic.
Yeah.
Do we have that before we get to Shangri-La?
No.
No. So your character would just have their
Mhm.
arts, basically. Yeah.
Yeah, they would just have their arts, and then whatchamacallit, they when they get inside of Shangri-La, it starts to work randomly. Like you just you gain newfound powers when you enter Shangri-La. And if they are to be believed, it's because of the graces of Estelle, the god of the sky.
I'm gonna kick her ass if she takes
And,
off.
for those of you curious, Estelle is mostly seen as a feathered serpent. Kind of like Quetzalcoatl is in like actual Mesopotamian myth. Mesopotamian? Not Mesopotamian. Mesoamerican. Whoops.
Okay.
Estelle, the feathered serpent.
There's a dinosaur named after Quetzalcoatl.
Yes, there is.
You said a
So
lot of things, and for some reason, I've only written down everything you said about Estelle. I have written down nothing else for some reason.
well, Estelle is important. So they're very very happy. Very happy paradise that's lost to most of the places. Very isolationist, and Estelle is the important quote unquote write down, right? Is that they worship the god of the sky, Estelle, that gives them magical powers. They don't hide that fact at all, but yeah.
Mhm.
So
Estelle
you're here to try to figure out if that's true or not.
From what we already know about Estelle, is she a cute anime girl?
Estelle is always seen as a giant feathered serpent, so.
So yes.
Damn.
So yes. You don't even know if Estelle's real or not.
Fair.
Yeah.
She's real
and-
to me, dear.
And neither does your character, Skorak, because as I mentioned, apparently, allegedly, Estelle resides in the Temple of the Sky, but only a select few are actually allowed to actually enter the Temple of the Sky. It is a very sacred place, and you have seen people like try to. You've seen people that are kind of like desperate, like run up, trying to get up the mountain over here, like up the cliff, to the Temple of the Sky, and they have been just killed on sight. They don't fuck around with that specifically. That's
Fair
the
enough.
one. That's the one big thing you're not supposed to do. Do not go inside of the Temple of the Sky without permission, and it's very hard to get that permission.
Do go into the Temple of the Sky.
Immediately run directly into the Temple of the Sky. Just start running.
No, I have a high dexterity. I could sneak in there.
Session
It can
0,
work.
roll stealth. Just run up into the Temple of the Sky. All right, so Skorak, how do you spend? How did you spend most of your days here? So, assumingly, you like the place enough to settle down, and you're just trying to like prove yourself as much as possible, correct?
Yup.
So to get them to try to accept you, yeah. And you are uniquely positioned to prove yourself the most out of most of the other foreigners that come here, because not only are you one of the only actual magic casters. Foreigner magic casters, but also you are decently strong. You are a knight, as it were, that got exiled.
Yup.
So the two things that they respect, magic and strength, you have both of them. And so you start gaining a little bit of a notoriety around the people. Like, so you get the trust of some people. You are now not the lowest rung of society, as it were.
I'm like one step above.
Yeah, you're one step above the lowest rung of society. You start getting a little bit of notoriety, and then the tide begins to change again as outsiders from Victoria enter
These
the city.
motherfuckers.
Yeah, so outsiders from Victoria, and you actually notice the very first outsiders that come, Bruno, as well as a dog maid, a dog girl maid. They are amongst the first group to actually make it into Shangri-La, and the Great Chief, who I've not talked about yet. The Great Chief has actually allowed them inside of the city. They leave and they have not come back yet, but a lot of people are really really mad that that the Great Chief has allowed a whole entire like group of people to sit and stay inside of the city, and has allocated that they're allowed to stay on the lower grounds. They don't like that. This has never happened before. Usually, like they just get strays like you, right? Like random people that wander in one day alone, or like maybe with like their family specifically. But this is like another country specifically making contact with this country, and for whatever reason, the Great Chief Velzuma has allowed them to stay. And so a lot of people are like, no good, no question mark, and
No wishes.
to add to this confusion, you know that within the last 6 months, magic has started to go a little bit haywire. It hasn't waned in power. It's just that it's becoming more uncontrollable. All but the greatest shamans in the city are having trouble. Like sometimes they'll try to cast telekinesis and it causes an explosion, which is no good.
Yes.
And so that they a lot of the like normal people begin to tie in the arrival of foreigners inside of the city, and also the arrival of technology, because the princess is back in technology, which is something I'll explain a little bit later. With the Estella's being angry, they're saying that Estella's pissed off that for whatever reason we're abandoning tradition, allowing these foreigners into our country and allowing this technology to rise from the outside world. The only other characters that you need to know about, so King Velzuma, I had mentioned he was the very first NPC that I had made. Giant bluish crocodile, barbarian / mage, very strong. So strong as a great chief that he has ruled for over 50 years. He has ruled for half of a century. Most of his life, he has been a king of Shangri-La, and people have just stopped challenging him to fight because everyone just assumes they'll lose. And he has been, for the most part, a good ruler. Although his rule is being thrown into question a little bit because he's allowing his daughter to run around with technology and also allowing other countries inside of his city. And speaking of that, his daughter, as it were, she likes technology. She left Shangri-La for a brief amount of time and came back with some scientists / researchers, and she wants to revolutionize Shangri-La. So you'll notice something. As I had mentioned, there is a great chief, but usually in Sargon, the great chief is fought over. That position is fought over. It's not inherited like it is like a king to a daughter. However, because Velzuma has ruled for so long, most people just kind of like assume that his daughter will take over. Yes, I did change it from prince to princess because of story reasons.
All right, makes sense.
So there's like this weird. Yes.
Yes.
So she is a half Sancta, half or Corsia. So she has a scales like a because so I didn't mention it. So Velzuma's wife was actually a Sancta, Queen Marielle. However, she is dead now. Queen Marielle passed away some 20 odd years ago, or not 20, less than that, like 15 years ago. So she's Ariel, kind of. Yeah, so she has like the scales of a crocodile girl, but she also has wings of an angel. She does not have a halo.
Like the crocodile people of the city, are they all like our rock, or are they more like on the?
It depends. There's a ratio of it. Not all of them are like the full-on lizard people, but there's like a mix between full-on lizard people and like half lizard people, like Gaviel and Tomimi. So like it's like 50-50.
Makes sense.
Specifically, Velzuma is like a full-on rock, full-on like actual lizard man, and his daughter is more of a waifu, as it were.
Fair enough.
Lizard, half Sancta.
Yeah, half lizard, half Sancta. Yeah. No one knows how Marielle died. Queen Marielle. She just kind of like passed away. And I never. It's Princess Maria. She has a because she took after her mother's name.
Nice.
All right.
Yeah. Specifically for you, Skorak, you have a friend or someone that is at least calls you a friend. I don't know if you'll actually get along with him. He's a little conniving vixen. He's also an outsider to the city. He never told you where he was from specifically. He has like tan-ish skin. And his name is Sicario. he is a little bastard man, and he is a little I say literal vixen because he's a fox man.
He's a Vulpo? Yeah.
Yeah, he's a Volpo. So the little fox man, you know that he wants a lot of money, and you know that he also, aside from wanting a lot of money, wants a lot of fame. He's kind of like the get rich quick kind of guy, right? So like, unlike you, who like puts in the work, puts in the hours. Unlike you, who has been like grinding out, like earning respect by like actually doing good deeds.
Yeah, this thing
Very
my bride
often-
said.
Yeah, very often Sicario will try to like do very big, very like he'll almost like scam the people. Like he'll like, oh look, I am a great shaman, and he'll he'll do some like big giant magic show. But it's like when I say magic show, I don't mean like actual shaman magic show. I mean like magic show, as in like he's doing tricks, to trick the people into thinking that he's a great shaman. And almost every single time it backfires on him, and he's known as like a scoundrel.
We will get along great.
He's kind of like a he's kind of like a lovable scoundrel though. You know that he doesn't you specifically, for whatever reason, he seems like vaguely attached to you as an outsider. Even if you like try to shrug him off, he's like, come on, us outsiders need to stick together. And
probably begrudging friendship, like
begrudging, like kind of like dandelion and girl.
Yeah.
Yeah. And well, you know that he's very like he sticks with you at the end, and you know that he has like this deep-seated similar to you. Well, one of the reasons that you might stick with him is because you know that he is very afraid of being hated. He's never given you his full backstory, but he really desperately wants to fit in. Even more desperate than you, and that's why he goes to these great lengths to try and like impress the people around him, but they always end up backfiring, and now he has a terrible a terrible reputation. Like he's a very impatient for other people to like him, and he's like very desperate.
Makes sense. So like, if I'm a step above the lower rung, he's still in the lower rung.
Yeah. Not many people in the city like Sicario.
All right, fair enough.
And you know that Sicario has been missing for a little while. You don't know exactly where he went. Not like it's not a big deal. He goes missing every now and again to go concoct more schemes. But like for the last like week or so, he hasn't shown up, and you're like, oh boy, this motherfucker. This motherfucker.
What is it this time?
Snake oil salesman, I like that.
All right, fair enough.
All right, Para.
Okay, don't worry. I got it.
All right,
Nice. It's not gonna be like last week. Don't we? It's not that bad.
Do you need a little bit more time, or?
No, I actually done. I finished.
All right.
I don't know the name though.
You can ask chat or think about it for longer. You don't have to have it definitely.
Yeah, y'all can just pick it. I don't really care. I don't really know, honestly. I'm really bad with naming stuff.
Well, we also just found a name for Cesith, so you can just like describe and we find the name.
I just realized I want to have something in between. I'm gonna have like something like George Jameson or something like that. And my middle, the second letter is
Jonah Jameson.
You want to have pictures of Spider-Man?
George D. Jameson.
Nice.
Here, pictures of that banana. Ow.
Oh, I forgot. So, describe what your character looks like a little bit, Skorak.
Alright, so she's a Lupo, thank the fuck.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. She's 5'6", so rather short-ish. Not too short though.
Alright.
I was sure to cover my bases on that one. She has blue hair, short-ish, kinda like unkempt, kinda like Spike E. She's a bit ripped. She's a bit like, you know, she works out. She's a bit you know, knight and all. Had to pump iron. Still has her armor usually most of the time, which is like her name was the Knower Knights. So the armor is a bit like, it has a sort of like blackish, like spiky feel with like hood and such, but it's kind of like worn out. You can see like, cape is like chipped in a few spots. The armor isn't exactly as shiny as it used to be. Maybe like a fucking spike has like kind of broken off here and there. I don't remember if we decided on ice. Fuck.
On what?
Go to a
Nice.
random color generator on Google.
Do you have hair
I
color
was thinking
/ style?
purple.
You
The
re-
hair color, as I said, was blue and like short-ish and like spiked and like kind of like disheveled. So I can ask you what your character looks like, not your fetishes. Hey, this is stuff we decided on the stream previously, okay? We had a stream to decide all of this. Alright, and she has a big ass fucking sword that she carries around everywhere, as you do.
All right. What's your class as a side note?
I am multi-classing.
Wonderful.
I will reveal that when the time comes.
All right, fair enough. Cool. All right. Fair. Oh, name.
Nemu.
Oh,
Name.
yeah, Skorak.
As I said, the Nowhere Knight.
The Nowhere Knight.
That was the,
All right. You're not going to. I assume you're just not going to reveal your name at the moment, like the actual name.
Nah, the actual name, no.
Okay. All right. Better.
Hey, para swing.
Para, are you here?
Or froze down.
Oh no.
So, Brent.
Oh yeah,
so
also she got
apparently
sorry,
I'm muted.
Buffy.
Yeah. Oh, you
So
you were muted. Yes, correct.
So apparently I was muted.
Yes.
Look.
Pressure's on.
Okay.
No.
I don't really know how to start it, so you could could you start it? Like,
Well,
Do you want me to just wait
what
for a
race
little
is
bit, or-
mechanic?
definitely
Yeah,
water
just stop
strider. Definitely
Water
water
strider.
strider. Yeah.
Water Strider.
The rock.
You mean
Yeah.
the
It's
stick
like-
bug?
Yeah.
You're a sick bug.
It's a stick bug.
Oh, by the by, my character is infected with Oripathy. Just
All right. Affected with
think
a
that was
ripathy.
me.
How many? Who? Which one? Yeah. Who is infected with a ripathy here?
I think we're clean.
All right.
Yeah.
Is George Jameson also clean?
George D. Jameson came from not so a rich family originally, and I would say it would make sense if I was actually infected with Oripathy.
Okay. There are 2 infected and 2 aren't. Interesting. Durin sisters are clean.
Yeah.
They don't do drugs. Stay in school.
Yeah.
Don't
We
the
don't
drugs
not
be small?
Originium.
You have to be tall. You have to be this tall to ride the Oripathy.
You need to be this tall to ride a ripathy.
I'm still
So-
choosing either ranger or rogue. I don't know. So yeah, it's probably gonna be later.
You can flip a coin. That's the best way to decide things.
If you
Hey.
if you want us to,
Wait.
we can just assume that you're like a quieter not NPC, a quieter mercenary that's like tagging along for now. If you want if we want to start session 0, or we can wait for you. It's up to you.
Did you read my Google Doc? What the fuck? I
Your
I
Google
literally
Doc?
typed I literally typed work. I was gonna say yeah he is a mercenary. I literally
Oh,
was
mercenary.
about to
I
say
see.
that. I literally was about to say that.
All right.
Stick
So
bug mercenary. He just fucking kills you.
Stick
Does the
bug
job and just
mercenary.
stick bugs over you.
He kills you, then
I
stick
mean-
bugs over you.
I mean, he can walk on water, so wait, how the fuck is that useful?
Well, if you've seen the map, Para,
Yeah. Look, there's a whole river you can cross.
the
you can...
water, crossing the water can be actually useful.
So your Jesus as a stick bug.
Oh, I can think of so many things we're gonna use that for.
Basically, he's a merc, a mercenary, doing this work for money, basically, so he can move to like the bigger cities.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
You're just in it
basically
for the you're just in it for the good life, right? Like get that money, get that mansion.
Yeah.
So you're that this is just another job to you. You're like,
Yep.
have you been a mercenary for like a long time? You think like so you've been like around the block as it were.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you've been doing this work for a while. This is nothing special to you. Magical City, yeah, sure. I'll probably have to like beat up some people, maybe kill a person. I just want to like get that money so that I can like get a real, actual good life.
Yep.
That money gets a mention.
Get that money, get that mansion.
That's the grind set. I like it.
Yeah, so Para's character is just on the grind set. And specifically, you're a Water Strider mercenary. You can like wait on your class a little bit. But the do you know what your character looks like? Any ideas?
No.
I see.
Nope. Honestly, no. No idea.
Any hobbies that he enjoys other than being a mercenary? Does he enjoy fishing while standing on the water?
That would be so
Just
convenient.
Yeah, just like
You can fish on the water.
Yeah,
that's
you can
just
just
like-
stand there.
Imagine the guy just pulling out the stick, just waiting on the water.
Yeah. Well, I also imagine that you probably, if you've been a mercenary for quite some time and you've hopped from like job to job, you probably don't get like you probably try to like stay away and don't make friends that often because you've seen a lot of people die, right? You've seen a lot of your friends die because you're just in you're in that kind of business, right? A lot of mercenaries don't have long lives.
But maybe I mention it at the end.
Yeah, there may be a mansion at the end. That's why we all do it.
Wrestling the local wild animal. What happened there?
What?
The ability to walk on water would be pretty useful inside of this city.
It would.
Yeah, kinda. What's rogue? What's rogue? Class, I mean.
Something like an assassin.
It's like a...
So far, oh, it didn't work. So, oh well, it is what it is.
Rogue class.
So those are the characters so far. Those are the player characters. We have
5E, right? We are using 5E, right?
yeah, we're using 5A, yes. So
Okay.
we have George Jameson, the monkey butler from
George
that was
D.
raised-
Jameson.
Ah, sorry, George D. Jameson. Yes, very important.
Yeah.
I believe it out. Good sir. Then we have Joker and Mole, the Duran sisters, the Bard and the Barbarian, the Nowhere Knight, and then the unnamed mercenary, who are all except for the Nowhere Knight, who has been wandering around in Shangri-La, who are all have been hired by specifically Bruno of Victoria in order to delve in and discover the secrets of magic. And in case you want a list of the characters that I had talked about, that you know so far, there's the great Chief Velzuma, who is the king of this nation and has been for the last 50 years. He was married to Queen Marielle, but she had died. And he had one heir, Princess Maria, who left and thinks that they can make their city great again by evolving it technologically. There's the vixen Sicario, who's wandering around and is friends with the Nowhere Knight. And then there's the person that's hiring them. The mercenary leader Bruno, who is a very depressed catboy, and his dog maid girl Luca.
Wait, what's the mate called?
Luca.
Luca.
Luka. Luca.
You know,
Okay,
there's
okay.
a certain depressed cat boy in the Yami Chronicles, which Bruno would probably get along with nicely.
They just sit and stare at each other and be like,
And
you
you
too? Yeah.
You specifically, your character Para has a very easy tie-in. You probably I don't know if you were like friends with Bruno, but Bruno, you've probably been hired by Bruno before to do jobs, because Bruno is a pretty well-known mercenary.
Okay.
Yeah, so
Can
you've
I ask
probably
you
been
this?
hired by him before.
I need to know this for roleplay. But does your character like come off as like neutral, kind of scary looking? Is he friendly?
Does look like he
Who?
doesn't care about anything.
Your character?
Oh, mine.
Yes.
He's a stick bug. I just looked up stick bug, and
It's a
it's
stick
fucking
bug.
small. I mean, here. Let me.
Are you
let me give
Durin
the-
sized? Oh, it'd be so funny if the party is 3 midgets.
Here. Let me send it in.
But you're
Oh,
actually the
God.
size of a stick.
It's this small.
Well, you're not actually the size of a stick bug, right?
Imagine like
Or
me and
the size
Skorak.
of a turtle.
I was hoping not.
There's an ape.
But you could be small. You could be like a small little boy, right? Or like you could look like a small little boy, even though you're like an actual adult. In fact, you could like it's possible that like you use your size to your advantage in like stealth and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I assume you'd probably be a ranger or a rogue.
Like, isn't our
Yeah,
group like?
either two.
Doesn't our group like look like a family at this point? Like we have like 3 little kids, and then we have like me as the monkey man, a husband, and we have the mother
Three
Skorak.
children, yeah, 3 children, and then the mother and the father.
Hey, who are you calling little?
Oh god, yeah. So okay, that's a good characterization. So the short little stick bug man who is an assassin, like assassin/slash mercenary. Assumingly, like he's been so Para, you've probably been like underestimated a lot because you're probably like thin and short. And so people underestimate you a lot, and then you fucking stab them in the leg and shoot them in the face. Like, all right.
Scary stick bug that does the stick bug dance when they're scared.
Imagine that he just kills people and then he does a stick bug dance on them.
It's basically teabagging.
The Shin Killer. The fucking Lalafell. We have 3 Lalafell. Anyway. I will be right back. Talk amongst yourselves with characters and or Para. Help Para.
Okay, Para.
Okay.
You like your character?
Yeah. Kinda.
Good. Then
Right.
everything's
Kinda
fine.
like this. Anyway.
Does your character have hair?
What?
Does your character have hair on his head?
Yeah.
Is he
Of
gonna be like?
course.
Is he gonna be like Roach? It's just like a cockroach standing up.
No.
Fucking Roach.
Definitely not like a rock where it's like full animal characteristic.
So what hair color?
Good question.
I imagine he would be like he wouldn't be like muscular. He'd be like skinny.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're skinny.
Skinny, small,
Yeah.
fast, really fast.
He could go down on all fours, like lower his body, like his elbows and his knees would be sticking out. And he'd just like start moving side to side like.
Para, you
Moves
went
even
with
faster.
you went with Rogue now, right?
What?
Oh, which class do you take?
We said rogue
Either
or
rogue
ranger.
or range.
The thing is, Rogue has like a lightning quick flash, and that would match so well
Oh,
that you're
God.
like, you're small, but you're like the known for like being like the fast one, I assume, because stick bugs are like really, really fast, right? So that would
Yeah.
work pretty well there.
I think their only gimmick was they can walk on water. I don't know if they're fast.
They are fast.
So let's
if,
just
if you have
yeah.
been ever watching them on the water and you try to catch one, they are rather quick. Am I wrong?
Oh, okay.
But they are fast, right?
But most small things are very fast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We can type in stick bug characteristics, and we can see.
Wait, Kaiser, you gotta help me. Someone asked, what level is this campaign at? You say level 9. So, we're all starting at level 9, right?
I think so. I think Dio said level 9, but if he says, okay, maybe it's level
Wait,
10, then we have to start at
Level
level
9. Wait, let me see what level 9.
He said level 9 last we checked, but
Oh, okay.
subject to
okay.
change.
Could
This
vary.
is the-
Wait. When can you?
Yeah.
When can we roll?
Okay, well, calm down.
Probably after the stream.
Calm down.
Yeah,
Like
you
the
don't need to make a
gacha.
sheet yet.
Like the stats gacha.
You don't
When
need
do
to
we
make
roll?
sheets.
Okay, calm down better. Yeah, Dio, are we staying with level 9 or did you decide differently?
Oh, yeah, level 9, yeah.
There you go, chat, level 9.
Cool. So I'll have 8 levels of the build I want to make in 1 level of rogue.
Wait, why do you need that one level? Is it
Because
like
that's what we decided my
Jeez.
character is gonna be in the other stream. So technically,
Oh, man.
I've gamed
Oh.
the system by just adding 1 level of rogue.
Skorak being technical with it.
Alright, so what's the...
Technically, my character is a rogue. I'm never gonna use any of the rogue's abilities because I have a fucking great sword.
Who has started up Blue Archives, eh?
Wait, you see that? Oh no.
Why
Ah,
have you started up Blue Archive in the middle of the stream?
it should be.
See, I didn't know you play.
I don't. That's not Blue Archive. That's not. It's just
Very funny.
I was sponsored by them one
Blue
time.
That's not Blue
And
Archive, yeah. That's not Blue Archive.
It's the loading screen of them. It is.
Not the game, it's just a loading screen.
Yeah, look. I can show it again.
I
Let me
wouldn't
check.
want to play the game. I like the loading screen. I just wanted to go look at the loading screen.
I was
Exactly.
sponsored by
Okay.
them. I had to download it like this. Okay.
God, you guys don't actually play it since the new event is quite yabby.
Ah, yes,
It's-
and that Blue Archive fucking home screen.
It's
Bro,
quite.
most of the game is fucking yabe, honestly.
True.
That fucking game is, yeah, no.
It's alright. It's alright.
So, Para, how's it coming along? Got an idea yet?
Which part?
With, like, how your character looks / personality? Or
It's
you
definitely.
got
I think we already said it. Like, it's definitely not like Rock, where it's like 100%, like all from animal features, basically.
Mhm.
I don't know the hair. I don't know the color. Just random it.
Just go
Just
bold.
random it. Just go bald? You could be bald.
Bugs are bold.
No.
No bald, alright.
I'm
Bold and
thinking
bankrupt.
either blue
You could be
or
like...
something.
Are you pretty? So are you like a pretty anime boy with like antenna? Because I assume you're thin, right? Because you're a stick bug, and stick bugs are like really thin.
Yeah.
Yo, that's
Yeah,
what I
so
said
like
while
you-
you were gone.
Yeah, so you could be like you could actually look like a teenager, right? Like you could actually look
Yeah.
like a hot young teenager or something like that.
Yeah.
Like a K-pop star. Look up the
Hey, the
BTS
fuck?
numbers.
Oh yeah,
Look
look
at
at
BTS
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 members.
Who has blue hair from BTS? Does anyone have
Someone
blue
said
hair from
some-
BTS?
At some point, someone did it. It was like grayish blue.
Oh,
I
there
didn't
is.
know
Yeah,
that.
I've
Wait a
seen this guy
sec.
before.
What the fuck?
I didn't know that information. What? No.
Yeah, I've seen this guy before. I've seen this like the bluish guy, right? Like the bluish pink guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, this guy. All right, so this is the working token for parents.
Oh, there we go. Nice.
What the fuck? No. God, no.
Don't mess with us gotcha gamers. We pretend we have a doctor's degree and a teaching license.
Ah, damn. We should have named Cesith Mojo Jojo. Anyway.
I mean, if you play Genshin, you're basically pretending as a child. No, I'm not making this joke.
Anyway. So yeah, so we have the three midgets, and we have the monkey man, and then we have inside of the setting currently, the exiled knight.
He mentions at the monkeys.
Do you have a name, Para? Did you in chat decide on a
idea.
name
Still no idea.
for BTS boy? Okay.
No, wait the fuck.
Your codename can be something like redacted.
Oh, that'd be funny. Just redacted.
I'll probably think of it. Just give me, I don't know, by like Monday or Thursday. I'll probably have it. So yeah, just give me time.
Monday.
Yes.
I thought we wanted to start now.
Codename BTS.
That's copyrighted. We cannot use it.
No,
I mean,
no.
Codename
Yeah.
BTS menu.
No, excuse me. To be 100% fair, he does work BTS behind the scenes.
Ooh. Oh, can you serve me a BTS meal then? And to Travis Scott burger.
Yeah, BTS Happy Meal at BTS McDonald's.
Imagine you have a girlfriend into BTS and some for a guy named Jungle Book. Love that one.
All right.
Codename. Ah.
Codename
So,
STD.
Oh.
so
Mm.
I think it's time. You all, the group of mercenaries, are now going to start adventuring into Shangri-La. So, we have the party of George D. Jameson. The D is very important.
Yeah, thank you. I was already scared.
Yes.
These are really
Redacted,
important.
the Duran sisters of Joker and Mole, and that is all currently, because the Nowhere Knight is currently not here. So we will start with Redacted, briefly. So Redacted. As a mercenary, the Catboy Bruno, as I had mentioned before, he is the leader and the pseudo chief, as it were. He's the one that you all are reporting to for the Victorian mercenaries, and the one that pays you. He's your boss because he's the one that gives you the money. You had actually gone on an expedition with him before to try to reach Shangri-La, and it wasn't fun. But you have seen the outside of the city, and from what you saw when you were there, it was absolutely fucking beautiful. You probably thought at the time that you were going on like another average daily mission or something. Not daily, but like you're like, oh boy, I can't wait to start killing people. I can't wait for another soldier to call me a child, and then I have to shoot him in the fucking legs, not his ankles. However, there was nothing like that. The journey in there was awful. There were tons of like fucking bugs and awful swamps and shit like that. You lost a couple of men just along the way. But when you had eventually found it, you can see from the outside of the city it was beautiful. You never got to go in because you were stationed outside, so you just had to look from the outside at like this massive city. There's like this beautiful temple up on top of a cliffside. Nothing like you've ever seen before. And Bruno returns and he says something about getting more men. And so you and your small little mercenary group actually leave before you ever got to enter the city and go back to Victoria. A couple months later, Bruno starts hiring people after he's gotten some money and after he's gotten a sponsor, as it were. You don't actually know who they're sponsored. If you ask, he just says that Bossman is sponsoring him. Whoever Bossman is, you don't know, but assumingly you don't care that much as long as you get that money, get that mansion. So you're like, yeah, sure. I mean, like, if it means going into that beautiful city instead of having to gnaw at people's ankles again, and I'm still getting paid, that's awesome. However, you, unlike usual, where he's usually hiring like these gruff mercenary types, you see two small Durans that are actually about your size, trying to swindle their way into the mercenary group. Did you try to make contact with them like initially because you're interested? Like, oh, there's two people my size. Or as usual, do you just like stay away from the group a little bit?
Yeah, he's probably gonna stay away.
Okay. From Joker and Mole's perspective, you see that so there's a group of mercenaries that look like mercenaries, and then there is a maid and a midget. Do you like ask and or talk to either of them? Those are the two outliers within the within
Is
the
there
group.
anyone else nearby besides those two?
Yeah, there are like the other mercenaries and stuff like that. You see the maid tends to hang around your quote unquote boss that let you in. The like very tired looking the catboy that looks like he always needs coffee.
Yes. So I'm gonna ask Bruno. Can I walk up to him, a bit looking towards the quote unquote kid, and just be like, Um, isn't this supposed to be a kind of little bit dangerous of an expedition?
Yeah, exactly. We got here in order to find magic, not to do babysitting.
Yeah, why is there a kid? Is that yours?
So Bruno just like his expression doesn't change because he always looks like vaguely depressed and tired, but he looks down at you and then looks over down at Redacted and he looks back at you. Kettle calling the pot black.
Hey, we are tall for our people.
I also want to say,
And he's tall for his. Don't underestimate the kid. That's usually how he kills people.
We're gonna need to
It's not
kill
your
people?
words. No, not this mission. But he has. So I would suggest that you don't underestimate him.
Okay.
Yo.
Am I allowed to record our ventures?
He like pauses and he thinks about it, like you've asked him like a very annoying question, and he like pinches the bridge of his nose after a while. Sure. I'm going to need to look through the footage before you get back, as it were. I have to make sure it's okay with Boss Man.
Who's Boss Man?
yeah, who's
The
the guy
person
anyway?
that's sponsoring this little expedition. Bossman doesn't
Why doesn't he
exactly
have a
like to. Bossman doesn't exactly like other people to know what he's sponsoring. He's pretty high up in Victoria. If word got out he was sponsoring expeditions into Sargon, it might cause issues. So as far as you know, I'm your boss.
Yeah, no, we can blackmail you if we want to.
Mercenary Catboy looks down at you. He doesn't, not like a threatening manner, just like a, yeah, like a really. Is this what we're doing?
See, funny thing, I don't know if you have to roll perception or whatever, but she genuinely meant this like in a joking manner, more or less. There's no reason to blackmail you guys yet.
So like, he sighs a little bit, like he's like clearly exasperated.
Yeah.
Please don't cause me any more trouble than boys usually do. I really don't need it.
Yeah, speaking of trouble, Buck boy, you better don't slow us down or I'm gonna whoop your ass.
Whoa, didn't you hear he's some crazy assassin? She's saying that while kind of like laughing at the same time.
Hey, if
So-
he's crazy, I'm crazy, yeah.
So the children are making fun of you, Para. Do you just ignore them?
Who is a sassy lost child?
Wait,
yeah.
wait. I'm trying to get in character.
All right.
Yeah, probably ignore. Okay. Also, wait. Wait. Hold up. Wait. We are actually starting it like now.
Yeah, we're starting a little bit. Yeah, we're
Yes,
starting a
session
little bit.
zero.
Yeah, we
just
don't,
like,
we
you
don't
know.
need a sheet. It's just
You don't
play
need a
your
sheet. You
character.
don't need a sheet. Yeah, it's just play your character. Yeah.
Wait. It's a session. Wait. What?
Well,
Yes,
it's not really a
Zero,
session.
just like trying out a bit and stuff.
It's the prologue.
You're not
Oh,
rolling anything.
oh,
You're just
so-
talking to someone. You're just learning
I
about
think,
the
I think I
level.
got the code name now. I think I got the code name now.
All right.
Strider probably.
Strider. Ooh,
Nice.
that's nice.
It's a good code name.
I like that quite a bit. Yeah, that's a good name.
Yeah. Some people recommended, if I remember correctly, or Skorak was it? I don't know. Either both.
Yeah. So, and Bruno would tell you that his name is Strider. He'll introduce you to all of the people, including the maid Luca. Luca looks like rather stern. You see that she is she's kind of like more of like a secretary. From her looks, she's more of like a secretary than a maid. She's like she wears glasses and she has long brown hair. You don't know why she's you don't know why she's with a mercenary group walking around in a maid outfit, unless you ask her. And like when Bruno is walking you two around, the Duran sisters around, yeah, this is Luca. And Luca just like looks over towards you. She's reading a book currently. She nods down towards both of you, but she doesn't say anything else. At least not yet. So do you try to make conversation with the maid as you did with Strider, or you got blown off by Strider?
Yes, definitely. Immediately, like after meeting her, and she just says that Joker eyes her from top to bottom and just thinks about things for a second. It's just like, is your master rich?
I lost a bet. I don't enjoy wearing this. You see for a brief moment, Bruno smiles to himself. This may be the only time that you see Bruno happy. And that's immediately wiped away. She stares up at him and glares at him.
Mole is gonna turn to Joker and she's gonna say, "Your sister, our boss, might be a pervert. We might still pull out of this. I don't want him to make me wear a maid costume."
You see that Bruno's trying his best to not like laugh a little bit. And whatchamacallit, Luca throws the book at him that barely misses his head. All right, listen, it was a joke between me and her. We've known each other for years. I'm not gonna make you wear a maid outfit. I don't have that he like looks down at you. Inclination.
Good.
Yeah, it's okay. He obviously likes taller people. He doesn't understand how kind.
Another even more discrimination.
I'm very capable. You don't need to worry about me.
Oh, I'm not capable. You should worry about me.
I'd
appreciate
Good one, bro.
Both Bruno and Luca look at you questioningly. You should worry about me. Yeah, we're paying you. You know that, right?
That was a joke. You know, when when you're so good at something, you can joke about being bad at it.
Exactly. If there's one person here who's bad at what she's doing, then that's me.
No. She means bad, like badass.
Luca kind of like smiles at you a little bit warmly, which is maybe odd given your just like perception of her from afar being like rather stern. Well, I'll do my best to protect you both. If things go bad, stand behind me.
Joker's gonna look up to her with a warm smile and just say, "Thank you," and then turn around immediately to Mole and just whisper to her, "Cool, we got ourselves one person who is gonna stand in front of us. So it's one less thing to worry about because I do not want to go back in unprotected again."
See. The mad thing is, I would tell her, you can also stand behind me for cover, but there's like not a lot of cover behind me.
Like twice my size.
Ayo, but we got one. We can get the rest as well.
As your whatchamacallit, outside of Luca and Bruno, who treat you like normally, some of the other people do treat you like kids, as it were. The assumingly Strider just continues to ignore you for a while. I don't know how far you push that.
Wait, I want to push that.
All right.
Yeah.
So, Strider's like hanging out around the edges of the mercenary encampment.
I'm gonna walk up to like Strider where he is. What is Strider doing right now, if I may ask? Better.
Good question. wait.
But if your hobby is just like fishing, well, what's your hobby, right? Like, what are you just doing chilling? Are you just like cleaning your weapon? Are you?
I mean, if your hobby is just breathing, then that's also fine.
What's your hobby? Standing in a corner breathing.
Hey, breathing is a technique, okay?
He's probably cleaning his weapon, probably.
Okay, so Joker's gonna like walk up towards him, but not close to him, like like with insight, but a good distance. And she's gonna say, "Hey kid," as she takes out like this deck of playing cards from inside her jacket, and she's gonna try to like do that thing where you like make all the cards go from one end to the other end, but you stretch your hands out, and she's gonna just like all the cards are just gonna go everywhere, and she's gonna fail entirely. She's just gonna be like, "What's the magic trick?"
Yo, did we make Strider laugh, or was it only Para?
Nah, only me, only me.
Man,
He probably looks at you and looks back at the weapon. I mean, he doesn't really care. So
yo, you better watch her magic tricks, fam. If you get an offer like that, you don't decline. Sister, I think she-
alright. What's it? What?
Oh, so you are interested? Can I come closer safely without you trying to kill me?
Sure.
Okay. She's gonna go up to him with a different deck of playing cards because she has plenty, and she's gonna make him take a card. Pick a card, any card. Simple as that.
Okay. He's gonna pick a card.
Okay, now don't show me. I'm just gonna put the rest of the deck inside her coat, and she's gonna start walking away and say, "See you in 2 days."
Slider's just confused.
You really nailed that, sister. For a moment, I thought that he would be deaf. Dead. The thing where you can't hear. That's what you meant.
Yes. But you see, now the genius part about this trick is that we see I can just look at the deck later and see which card is missing, and then just get another one. Show that one to him. Say, "Is this your card?" After I steal that one from him. Wait, I can just use the one I stole.
I wish I was that smart.
Jesus. I wish I was that smart. Oh no! All right, I see the dynamic between you two. Oh no! Yeah, and also Strider probably sees that too. I don't know what Strider's thinking. If he's just like confused and shrugs it off, like, sure, what the, yeah. But anyway,
Yeah,
oh, you can talk if you want to.
Wait, well, I didn't want to talk. I just want to say,
Okay, never mind. Beautiful.
Sorry, it's kind of awkward.
Staying in character as Strider. Just was that all? Yes. Okay. So as things wrap up, and as like payment is discussed and etc., you guys start to delve into the jungles of Sargon, and it's no good. It's no good. It's a fucking tragedy. So you guys start with like 15, 20-ish mercenaries, not just all strictly mercenaries. You have like a couple of people, like there is a guide at the very start, who is like actually who says that he knows the way inside of the city. And slowly, one by one, all of the nameless NPCs that are just mercenaries start to fucking die and or disappear. Like one guy eats the wrong plant, he doesn't make it out. He fucking starts convulsing the next day, and Bruno just looks over. Yeah, don't do that, by the way. And they just kind of like leave him there, and the rest of the mercenaries do as well. Like, I don't know what the Duran sisters' reaction is, but like to the mercenaries, this doesn't seem like a big deal. As their fucking partner, their friend, is just like convulsing, dying in the weeds of Sargon.
Like, my character won't have a particular, like, she won't make an effort to say anything, but she thinks that that's not cool.
Mm-hmm.
Just a question. Monkey's not with us yet, right?
No, Monkey is not with you.
Ah, okay. I was wondering about it.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. No, she's gonna be interested in trying to learn from what the mercenaries are doing. Like the guy was like, eat this plant, she's down, and then he's gonna be dead the next day. And she's gonna scratch that out.
Scratch that out. Remove that from the expedition log. Well, in general, it does seem like some of them are like vaguely sad. But they all, this is something that they've seen before, probably many times, right? And this is not the first time it happens. This is not the last time it happens. There's like one night where there's some like weird noises going on in the middle of the night. And when you guys wake up, one of the guys is just gone, just disappeared. Bruno waits around for him for like a half an hour. When he doesn't come back, well, he knows the risk. And then he just starts motioning, and they just start moving deeper in. So as time goes on, your little mercenary group gets whittled down slowly over time. You guys, it is just in general not a fun time. You guys are in deep, unexplored jungles, especially as you get further in, where you start having to rely on your rations because you genuinely don't even know what plants are good to eat or not. The guide is trying to help you out as best he can, but the guide, who is a rather intelligent-looking chameleon man, he starts to mumble to himself the more he gets inside of the the jungles, and it doesn't look like he's doing so hot. Bruno keeps re-encouraging him and talking to him a little bit, like, listen, Maurice, we can't have you going crazy on us, all right? Oh no, of course not. Everything is fine. Everything is okay. I will get you there as promised. And it does not look like Maurice is doing good. He keeps talking to himself. He keeps shaking visibly. He spends most of his free time as the weeks go on, curled up into a ball against one of the trees, muttering to himself. He's your guide.
Oh no!
Yeah, it's bad. It's very bad.
Yeah.
At some point, Mole is just going to be while we're walking or while we're setting up camp or whatever, she's just going to be like, yo, boss, why did we even fucking venture out into this jungle? We were supposed to find the secrets of the city, and this definitely is not a city. I know that.
Find the city first before we can learn the secrets of the city. If it was as easy to find the city as you think it would be, then it wouldn't be a secret. Apparently the city has the secrets of fucking true magic. No doubt wouldn't be easy. Who knows what kind of defense mechanisms they have.
Is one of those defense mechanisms to fucking make Maurice over there go insane? Look at this guy.
His arts are special, very good for scouting. And he looks kind of sad over at Maurice, who's again just curled up in a ball next to a tree. If they have some sort of mechanisms and/or systems set up, it could be that it's causing this. I don't know. I don't know how far out we are. We're in basically uncharted territory. We have maps, but they're not detailed. And I don't know if any of the PCs start to get panicked here, but you know that you could try to back up and just leave, but it has been weeks inside of this journey so far. You are deep within the jungles of Sargon. You don't know how to leave. You're stuck. You're stuck, and your guide is sitting there mumbling in his sleep.
Oh no.
It's no good.
Okay, we're gonna ask. So, have you Joker's holding on to Mole's jacket sleeve. Her hand is kind of trembling a little bit, and she's just gonna ask Bruno, have you been inside the city?
Yes, I have, but it's hard to get there. And he grabs his head a little bit, as if it's giving him a headache trying to remember. Jungles don't have any paths. Only people that know how to get through it are the natives. The natives aren't willing to speak to us. It's not exactly like the natives care about gold coins when they work on a barter system.
And you're not force them to disclose information?
We've tried torture. Sargonians are tough. And also, we don't want to kidnap someone and then piss off a tribe we didn't know existed.
I don't know, I kind of want to do that.
That's a terrible idea.
I don't want to do that.
Bruno again looks over. Bruno again looks over towards Maurice. It should be fine as long as Maurice holds up. Not 3 days after he says that, Maurice is found dead in his tent.
No, not Maurice.
He had scrawled all over his tent in marker a whole bunch of symbols and letters that make no sense.
By the way, real quick, Neo, thank you for that massive fucking donation. Neo told us what happened to the mercenaries.
The mercenaries, the mercenaries
Yo!
died, yeah.
One merc
Yo,
falls off a
thank you,
cliff,
Neo.
another gets attacked by wildlife while taking a leak, another makes the mistake with messing with Strider, and Strider cuts his kneecaps before slitting his throat. A group of mercs goes insane after getting shrooms.
Yo.
I don't know.
Yeah,
how
they
much
show
of
like a
this is
three-headed dog or something. I don't know what the fuck.
Yeah. Specifically when Bruno, you can see when Maurice dies. This does affect Bruno. Like even more, he's even more depressed than usual. God fucking damn it! These fucking godforsaken jungles. Well, we don't have a guide.
And then, like, as he says that, like, very over dramatically, like, Joker grabs onto her sister's collar and goes, "We should have listened to our parents. I should have just stick to the piano. Why did I go
No.
this far?"
No, nothing is worth returning to that piano, sister. We are doing fine. We will get out of here.
You see, Luca walks over towards the tent and looks inside. And she like kind of quietly mentions over towards Bruno. What are these drawings? Doesn't really matter. Drawings of a madman. Someone take care of this tent. It might have been an infection or something. We have to burn it. It looks like Luca wants to say something more as she's like staring at the drawings, but she doesn't go against the order.
Do you think they did mean anything, Luca?
It vaguely looks like the drawings that I'd seen when we actually went to Shangri-La. We had been there before, so that's how we know the city exists, and it looks a lot like the carvings from there. You're just seeing things, Luca. She kind of like gets like a little bit annoyed at Bruno, and Bruno shrugs. Do whatever you want, then. And he like walks off. He's very clearly like just depressed that his seemingly friend died.
I mean, we could take pictures of it before you have to destroy this whole thing, and we could look at those.
That seems like a good idea.
Okay, then. Jeez, I wouldn't even know if there was a way to charge their phones. Would the phone be dead at this?
If you brought like
Probably,
portable
at least.
chargers, but after that, no. Yeah,
Oh, we got the
there are
big-
no outlets in the jungle.
We got the big power bank, I promise you.
Yeah, you probably
A small
brought like
dude in big power bank.
the mercenaries themselves did bring like a decent amount of chargers, like portable chargers and
Look,
stuff like that. But
Someone
because
had
they knew that they
to.
were.
Someone had to take the dead people's portable chargers.
Yeah, I was about to say someone looted the fucking your dead friend's portable chargers. Yeah. Well, I imagine like Strider, because Strider again has like seen this a lot. I imagine like one of them dies, like the group dies after getting going insane on shrooms. Strider, you just see and then you just see Strider walking over, picking up their portable chargers. It's like this is my
Business
this is
as
mine.
usual.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, then Joker will take the pictures she can of the weird things he wrote down in his tent.
And they are weird. They just like make no sense. They're not in any language that you understand. There's nothing that's even like really that like looks like anything. You can see like there's possibly the image of what looked like what looks like a snake coiled around the back center of the tent, but that's really it.
Hmm.
Oh, were you going to say something?
I was gonna say, well, she's looking through it and she's like gonna go, yeah, nothing, just something to take up space.
And the journey from here on out is no good. It's very bad. Without even the guide, as he had gone insane, as Maurice had gone insane, and presumably just died of, you don't know why. You don't actually know what killed him. You know that he was going insane, but you don't know what killed him. There was no like obvious wound on him or anything like that. Bruno himself took care of the body, unless one of you asked. So, but actually, do any of you ask like see the body, or are you like grossed out about that? Like, nah.
No, away from the body.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
That's
No,
Yeah,
I,
so
I
you-
would look at.
You look at it.
Yeah, for sure. If we're already here.
The only thing that you notice is that coming out of his eyes and his ears is this
Mhm.
black blood.
Black blood.
Black blood.
Okay.
Yes.
Probably.
No
Huh?
good. Not a good scene.
Yo, Luca, is it normal that chameleon people have black blood?
That's not normal. Possibly
That's
something that he
not-
ate. We don't know all of the fauna here. It's possible that he, like some of the others, ate something or ingested something, perhaps poison, turned the blood black, bitten by a snake. She like looks around like his ankles and stuff like that to see if there are any like bite
Mhm.
marks, but there is nothing. Yeah.
Yo, jungles are cringe.
Yes, they are.
Meanwhile, in the corner, doing recording herself on her phone. I've lost the count of days. None of the food here works anymore. I don't even know if the things we've been, what have we been drinking? I don't trust any of it.
Yeah, it's no good. And so you guys wander and get lost within the jungles of Sargon, seeing almost nobody for fucking forever. Your food and water supplies start to dwindle, and you all might think, well, this is how I die. Strider probably has been in this situation. He's like, well, of all the places to die, this isn't the worst. Probably. You see, like, in general, from the remaining mercenaries, a lot of them are just like, well, fuck, this is it. Like, you see, like, some of them praying. Some of them, like, you hear crying at night whenever you, like, pitch up the tents and stuff like that from, like, some of the mercenaries. Or, like, begging to God.
I
It is
rank this
hot.
9 Sargons out of 10.
Yeah, it is hot. It is sweaty. There are bugs everywhere.
Mom spaghetti.
It's wet and damp. It rains often. It's no good. It's fucking miserable. You don't know what to eat and or what to hunt. Like even with like the animals, you don't know what the fuck to hunt or like what's like even kosher to eat. Because anything could be poisonous. Like at least one of your mercenaries has died from like eating something. It's no good. Until finally, you actually reach like a small little town in Sargon. And you guys might want to just fucking run at it like an oasis in the desert. But Bruno stops you and holds you back. I have
What
to
the
talk
fuck?
to the locals. People don't take too kindly to outsiders, especially not those from foreign countries. Let me handle it. Let me see if everything's safe. All right. Just well, I know it's hard. Just relax. What he's saying is right.
I was gonna say, as Bruno's arm is out and he's like telling everyone to stay back. It's like almost like slightly above Joker's eye level, and she's just looking at the sweat dripping off of it. She's just so thirsty.
Yeah. So Bruno heads inside of the city for a little while. So George D. Jameson,
Yeah.
your master / basically father figure has just died. And you had just gotten done with his funeral. A few days ago, and you have the only thing that he had left you was a letter, telling you to seek out the ancient city of Shangri-La, but you have no idea how to get there, and in general, you're feeling kind of lost. The remaining family members of your master had offered you a job, but you don't know exactly whether to take that because your master was a great man, and you don't know, and you know that like the remaining family members are not up to his standards. Hello, are you here? Oh.
See?
Oh no.
So see that you're muted?
Oh.
Wait, yeah, I wasn't.
Oh,
Wait.
he was
Yeah, I figured he's yeah, I can figure he was like muting himself on like wrong. That happens when your stream's open.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So, what was the last sentence you said?
I was describing that it's been a couple of days since your master's death, and you're kind of like feeling lost and you don't know what to do. And you hear rumors that there are outsiders who have who are in your village at the moment, which is very rare.
Mhm.
And right now, as I mentioned, like you're kind of like lost, and you had just received the letter a few days ago after your master's funeral, seeking to tell you to seek out the city of Shangri-La.
Yes. So, I heard the rumor, but I haven't seen them yet, right?
No, correct.
Well, I'm just looking around, sit around my village if I see anything odd, if I see anyone.
Yeah, and you look very differently comparatively. You're dressed very differently from the rest of the people around you, right? Like you stand out because you're in assumingly like formal butler attire. And you see like a very sweaty, very sad cat man with dark skin and black hair walking towards you and what looks like outsider mercenary gear. You've seen like mercenaries walk through your village a couple of times before, so you're like vaguely used to it. And in fact, you probably remember seeing this man before. You don't know his name or anything, but you remember seeing him specifically going through your village before.
Okay.
I
am walking.
And he notices you immediately and starts walking towards you. Anyway, sorry to continue.
Okay. While he walks towards me, I also walk towards him and say, "Oh, hello. How can I help you?"
Oh, please help me. I really hope you can help me.
Oh, what is the problem?
There's a Victorian noble in the city, correct? By the name of Lord Alfred. Alfred is the name of your master.
Well, he used to be, but while time passes, he passed along with it.
Of all the rotten luck. Oh, damn it. So like he like the cat boy collapses against the whatchamacallit, against like somebody's house or something like that, like the nearest wall. And he like slides down it.
Okay.
This is the last hope that we had when I saw this city. But he's looking lost in thought a little bit.
Well, you're not explaining me much, but I can offer you a tea, and we can talk about the things that you need. My home.
Water would be better for tea. We're dehydrated. We've been marching around the forest of Sargon without a guide for the last week.
Well, that is certainly not a great idea, because without a guide, the forest or the jungle is a very dangerous place if you don't know what is in there.
Even though your master's not alive, your relatives, here, wait, I have. And he's looking around all over his body until finally he pulls out like a very damp and crunched up letter. Give this to one of them. The person I'm working for knew your master. It should at the very least allow us to stay inside of your place for a little while. We just need water, maybe some food. We'll pay you back.
Okay. What exactly says in the letter that you handed me?
Do you read it yourself?
Yeah, I read it myself.
Okay. The letter says that that's actually really funny that you're reading the letter itself. So there's a I won't say the name out loud. I'll type it to you. I'll type it to you later. Remind me to type it to you. But there's a certain Victorian noble that will that is funding an expedition to the city of Shangri-La, and that if Count Alfred would be so kind to allow them to stay for a few days, and that he will repay them. He did not know that the arrival date was supposed to be much earlier. They're very late, and if what this cat boy is saying, they apparently lost their guide somehow along the way here.
Mm-hmm. Well,
so apparently everything they say is true, and there is like a seal, like a very obvious. You're familiar with the Victorian seal, yeah, because your master was Victorian.
Wait, how many have left? How many of you guys are left? Like, how many is still alive? Like, it's just
about 7, 8, not many.
Oh, well, I can give you shelter for now, so you can recover.
Thank you.
No problem. As long as you pay me the things, then I have no issue with it.
Yeah, and notably, as you read that letter, you do know that this expedition was sent to go to Shangri-La. Right after you had been given the letter from your master to seek out Shangri-La. Before you get a question to before you get time to question Bruno, he gets up and walks off after thanking you, bowing to you rather deeply as he walks off towards the edge of the city and motions for the rest of the people to come in.
Okay.
Fucking finally.
Do I have a house, or do I still live in the mansion that I used to be working in?
You have, you assumingly do have a property for yourself, a small little house for yourself. But you do have access to your master's mansion as well.
Yeah, and because I'm going to the mansion now, and I'm preparing some beds and just some food, so I can help people recover there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so they are probably all very thankful. These people are exhausted, they're tired, they're sweaty. It's not good. You've definitely seen people whatchamacallit. So these people have seen better days.
Draga.
Yeah. Please just drag me.
It's been so long in the jungle. Have I already grown a beard?
And not only did you just get out of the jungle, but you're in a village, and specifically you're brought to a fucking mansion, a very nice Victorian architecture mansion, right? Which sticks out like a sore thumb from the rest of the village. You're like, oh fucking Christ, oh god, everything that are we hallucinating? Is this it? Am I dead?
Yo, sister, get up! We found the mansion. Now we just need the money.
Yes. Well, okay, yeah. She's gonna see the mansion, and her eyes are gonna light up, but her body's tread its slowest towards it that it can and make it.
Okay. Yeah, Mole will carry you.
She still thinks she's walking.
Okay.
I'm guessing I'm walking along with them to the mansion, right? Or
yeah,
So-
something like that. Because
Yo,
you're riding a
is
bit
there
of a waiting
anyone
mansion,
that I can help walking? Because you all look like that you have been going through a lot.
Yo, are you a monkey?
Yes, I certainly am. And, well, you seem like a dwarf, actually. Or what are you?
Ayo. I'm a Durin.
A
We are Durins,
Durin!
not dwarves.
I'm very sorry. You're a very beautiful young lady.
Yo, you're a fucking monkey. That's based as fuck. Can we get in the mansion?
You certainly can. How many days
Mind
have you
your
been in that?
manners, alright?
What? Sorry?
No. See, Bruno looks down towards Mole. He said, "Mind your manners." As you're you're a fucking monkey. That's based. Let me in the mansion.
Well, I'm actually curious. You seem like you have been going through a lot. How many days have you been in the jungle?
More than I have fingers, and that's a lot.
We lost count.
Well, that's one. It's a little bit long, but I'm surprised you survived that. Well, now you can rest assured. Here it's gonna be safe for a little while. You can take your time to recover. And if you need anything, you can just call me. There is a bell right next to the beds. You can always just ring it and I will be at your service.
Okay, looks like she wants to say something, but she's just too worn out and just wants to get inside.
Yeah.
Yeah, most of them are probably too tired.
Well, so Bruno does walk over towards Strider. Well, we found the mansion before the money, huh?
Well, my ladies and my lords, you can go to the second what is called floor, and there we will encounter 8 beds, and they are all prepared, and they're certainly one of the most comfortable beds you can find around here.
Yeah, and it is I assume most of the mercenaries view you as a fucking angel monkey. Because you literally save them
Yeah.
from near death. Most of them thought that they were going to die out there in the jungles. And then you give them, well, it's not your mansion as it were, but you've worked there for many years and you're still welcome there. And they have a letter from apparently the master's old friend or something like that, or at least associate. But to them, to these fucking mercenaries, holy shit, you've just saved their life and given them warm, fluffy beds, food, and water. Praise to be to Monkey Angel. Like a lot of the whatchamacallit, like the few remaining actual like nameless mercenaries are like very thankful and like give you like free stuff. Like what? There's like one just like, you saved my life, and he just hands you a handgun. This is the most expensive thing I own, and then he walks away.
Nice.
I certainly appreciate your gift. Thank you very much, but it was really not necessary. And my master would have done the same.
Your master would have given you a gun? That's awesome.
Wait, not. I mean, I meant my master would have given you a bet. You didn't really need to give me a gun for it.
Oh yeah, I see. I'm not very smart. I think it would have been cool if your master would have given you a gun. If I was your master, I'd give you a gun. This is awkward. I'm gonna walk away now.
Is Mosul carrying Joker?
Yeah, if necessary, of course.
Yeah, she's gonna be like on your back, like kind of like her arms feel like are just like hanging, but like as you walk through the door, she sees something shiny at the entrance, like a candlestick or something that, and by instinct her arm just reaches out and she grabs it and she puts it in her car.
Jesus Christ. All right.
She looks completely out of it, and she does it like very not the height.
So she's not doing it on purpose, right? So I'm not gonna make anyone roll.
Doesn't
anything
even
for
know
that,
she's doing.
Well, we'll say for now that George does not notice that, but Strider, who's walking behind them, you notice this, Strider. Do you say anything as they just steal stuff from the mansion?
Well, Mo will definitely say something. She will be like, sister, you know what we said, we need to be more careful with stuff like that. At least wait until the sun is down.
Yeah, sundown. I'm sleepy.
Well, my ladies, actually, if you want to take a bath, you can take the floor to the right and you will encounter your own shower. You will have soap, the best soap in Sargon around here. We have around here. You can use everything you need to clean yourself. We're invited to use anything we have here in the mansion.
We thank you and we owe you our lives. Specifically, as you're now getting a good look at like this small little group, you do notice that one of them, is particular to you, George, is a maid, the opposite of you, which is a very odd fit for a a mercenary group. Although of course there are three small children-looking races with this group. It's a very odd mercenary group.
She's made it through all of this in that maid outfit.
Yes,
She's
she
a
is still
god.
in the maid outfit. It's ripped and torn and frayed, but she never changed out of it.
Battlemates.
Okay, George is disappearing for like a few seconds and is coming back with like the household maid outfit we have. And I walk up to her and say, well, I did certainly not expect a maid with a group of mercenaries. But
So,
if you would like to change, here's some clothes.
So she looks at that and she mirrors Bruno's like tired face and she just looks at the maid outfit as she's just tired, and you see Bruno, he falls down to the ground and just starts laughing. He just starts listening and looking at Luca, and Luca slowly looks over at Bruno and then looks back to you. Thank you. I appreciate it. I really do.
No problem. We have enough of these. So if you ever rip it apart again, we can always give you new ones.
That is wonderful news.
That does not sound like she thinks it's wonderful news.
I appreciate it, and I appreciate you taking care of us.
No problem. I know my master would have done the same thing, so I just follow his footsteps.
Yes, and so you all probably spend like 1 or 2 days fucking relaxing. I don't know how lazy fucking, but it sounds of it, I don't know how lazy the sisters are as they finally get a chance to relax in fucking nice, beautiful jungle mansion. But
I will literally not leave my bed. Apart from eating, maybe.
I imagine like a decent amount of like the just like random NPCs as well. They're just like, oh fuck, oh god, no, I don't want to move.
Yeah, just I think resting is like the main thing that you're gonna be doing after that expedition. But I think we'll share them.
Yeah.
All right.
Professionals.
Is there, George? So within like the coming days, as everyone just like is exhausted, given the like the whole, no one mentions Shangri-La or anything like that. Do you mention it to them first, or do you just like play the role of like a good butler and just like provide them with care?
Like, do I know that they don't? Do I know that they don't know?
Yeah, well, the Bruno gave you a letter, and then you read the letter, right?
Yeah.
So you know that they are from Shangri-La, but the or not from Shangri-La, they're looking for Shangri-La, but no one else knows now.
Yeah. Like, I'm not specifically mentioning it, mainly because I just assume that they know where they're going. Why would they risk their life without knowing where they're going? Is that right?
Oh,
fair enough. Yeah. So, eventually, after like 2, maybe 3 days, Bruno gives you the harrowing news during breakfast. Well, guys, we can't stay here forever. It's about time we started searching again.
is it really?
And, yeah. And you, by the way, George, are like you're like in the in the corner of the room, assumingly. You would just like serve them breakfast as they get ready to eat.
Oh,
Yes.
As he says that, as he says that, Joker rings this bell that she was so nicely given, which was a mistake on George's part. And she rings it and just says she needs more food, and she hasn't eaten anything yet, but she just rings it. And
She needs more.
What? Wait. So, did you already tell me it, or what?
Yes.
Okay. Well, my lady, that is absolutely no problem. Give me 2 minutes, and you will get the best thing I can find.
Aw, thank you, so sweet.
Well, I heard you guys are planning to search again for your destination.
Yeah, we are.
So,
He like sighs, like he's just very tired. You can very tell Bruno's just depressed.
so I'm assuming you learned from your mistakes and now bring an actual knowledgeable guide, right?
It's just silence at the table as they all look around to each other. We lost more than half of our men. We're probably gonna have to hire someone here from the city. Locals are the ones that know the area best, and we are definitely lost. We don't even know our way around the surrounding forest, much less know how to get to a city that's forgotten.
Well, so your plan was just now to go into the village and find a random person that you believe will be absolutely perfect for helping you achieving your destination or reaching your destination?
Yes.
Well, I don't want to sound rude, but that certainly sounds foolish.
We don't get paid if the job's not done.
Well,
Can't
admit it.
exactly go back home at this point.
Well, if you really need help to find your place, I can certainly offer myself up as long as I get paid. At the moment, I don't have a really good place to stay. I have no real work that I can do, so I would love to help you.
Bruno's eyes go like a little bit wide as if he's surprised. You, butler? You know your way around the place?
Well, let me just say, my master recently died. And without him, staying here, it's just not the same. I will probably try to find some mates around here that can keep their place tidy. and if I ever return, that it's in a good shape. But I certainly want to just move on. I've been here for many years, and I've seen it. I think it's time to grow out of my shell and just find new places to live in. And maybe find a
Well,
new
Monkey,
master.
you can sense magic?
Well, who told you that?
Well, you have to be a good guide to finding magic to find magic.
Well, for being a guide, you don't just need to sense magic. There's many things that you need to know. Knowledge is the true power. Without it, you will just die.
I saw this place has quite a large library.
That is...
I assume that you're well versed, maybe have a lot of maps.
Well, every time I didn't
Hugging.
need to do something, I always scouted through the library. And I can confidently say I read every book at least 3 times.
Monkey, with all due respect, we had a guy with us, rest in peace Maurice, he was pretty fucking knowledgeable. You need other stuff than knowledge out there.
Oh,
I
that's
do
like,
really have what it takes.
if you're so smart, can you even read this? And she's gonna take out her phone and show the pictures that she took, but like she's gonna show the wrong thing first.
Ooh.
She's gonna be like some weird like,
Okay.
big titty
so,
anime girl. She's gonna be like, oh, sorry, wait a second, swipe it and show the phone.
So you see like a rather disheveled tent, George, and there are like weird drawings and weird markings. However, this is actually really funny. All right, so you have done a lot of research on everything in Sargon, right? Like you've read many books, as you said. You read the whole entire library 3 times, correct?
Yep.
And so on the very back, that snake, as I had mentioned, that was on the tent, that's not just any snake. The specific way that it's coiled around, vaguely, that it is a god that is worshipped not only in Shangri-La, but it's a god that's worshipped vaguely around multiple different tribes in Sargon. It is the god of the sky. Its name has been mostly forgotten, though. So you know that it's a local god.
Well, you showed me this picture, but like I think you honestly, you can ask everyone here, and I think every single person know what this is.
She's gonna be a bit confused and look back to while still keeping the phone shown over. She's gonna look back to Mole and be like, I didn't expect that he would actually know what this was. That didn't go as planned.
Do I hear that?
Yeah, the monkey has actually checkmated us.
Okay, well, I am actually more surprised that you didn't know what it is.
Well, I'm sorry for not reading up on Sargon culture before getting a job here.
Most people outside of Sargon don't exactly know things from inside Sargon. Do you know of any of the runes? Luca mentions over towards you. And George, as you would look, the only thing you would recognize was the god of the sky. All the markings around it you don't recognize.
Mm-hmm.
So Luca asks you, like, do you recognize anything else in the picture? And the answer is probably no.
Well, I might have read it in the books, but they don't seem too familiar. So my answer is probably no for this one.
Whatchamacallit, Bruno looks over kind of like vaguely smugly towards the Duran sisters. Good enough for you.
Joker's gonna smile and nod, and then he go, Ball, more pancakes.
Sure, if this guy wants to get himself killed like the last guy, more pancakes. Lucas starts to speak up. We should warn you. And Bruno shoots her like a look like, don't do it. Luca glares back at Bruno, not backing down, and Bruno averts his gaze. Our last guide, he went insane. We still don't know what caused it, but he's the one that wrote these markings all over his tent before dying.
There was also black liquid flowing out of his ears or whatever, says Mole, as she is like biting into a muffin.
I told. Why would you mention that now?
Well,
No, no, I'm sorry. It was. I messed up.
from
I'm
what
eating pancakes.
from what you are explaining, that doesn't just sound like going insane if you also have like a black blood coming out of your ears. Like there has to be certainly more things to it.
I guess it's the magic, but if it's magic, then we don't know anything about it. We don't know how magic works. We didn't think it existed until now.
Well, it certainly does exist. I've read about it many, many times in the books.
Bruno's eyes like glaze over, like he's looking like outside a little bit. Yeah, I've seen it by myself as well. It definitely exists.
Well, I mean, it's up to you. You can try finding another guide. But you may find a guide that is maybe more knowledgeable than I am. But with the group of 8 you have here, you still need people that can cook for you, that know everything about plants, that just have general knowledge. I think you will have to... I would say I've been a battler for quite a few years. So,
You're so in. You're so in. Bruno like looks around and like he's glaring at everyone. Does anyone have any objections?
I have a question, Georgie. Are there any more guides in the city that are monkeys?
Probably not. There aren't many guides as a profession inside of here.
Well,
inside the city.
I have to say this is a very odd question to ask, but beside me I cannot think of any monkey that is also doing the same as me.
You are hired, he says, like pointing at you.
But I have a question. You asked me if I can cook. Maybe, like, who do you think cooked the things that you're eating right now?
I don't know. The mansion
Professional
has multiple
chef.
stuff. Yeah, it's a mansion.
Well, since Master died, I guess, beside me, there's not many other people working here anymore, if there's no money.
That makes sense.
Yo, you've done
Well.
fucking everything, man. Like,
Yeah.
you're a multitasking genius.
If you're willing to part with this mansion, then you're definitely worth it on our grip. And I'll pay you more than what I'm paying the rest of these idiots. He says that in front of everyone else.
Joker's gonna laugh and say, haha, he's paying the monkey more than you, Mom.
But yeah,
I
your goal
mean,
is...
I can't even blame him for that.
But yeah, your goal was to go today to the jungle. But in my book, it always said the most important thing are preparations. So, what do you think about going tomorrow? And I'm gonna prepare some meals that we have spare food and just everything to prepare. Because otherwise we're just there and have to do survival everything if we can just bring it along with us. I think that is way safer.
Yes, the sooner we leave, the better, because honestly, every single day I spend inside of this mansion, the less I want to leave. Like, looks around. He's like whispering, like, oh, no.
Well, if you want, I'm searching for a new master as well. And you do look like a very good mate. Maybe we can serve under the same master one day together.
Oh no.
She closes her eyes and sighs. Yes, yes, perhaps. And she with her eyes still closed, smiles at you.
Sister, that monkey is a fucking simp.
He's a Simpian. Simeon, but Simpian. Anyway.
I mean, chimp is pretty close to simp, but like...
Alright, so, you guys prepare as much as possible. George, you give one good look back at the mansion. The place that you had called your home for so many years after after Master Alfred had basically saved your life from picking you up from the side of the street. And then you head off into the jungles on your first great adventure outside of the city. Searching for what will be, according to your master, your destiny, the great city of Shangri-La.
Okay.
And unlike before, the last stretch to the city is much better than it was before. It's not nightmare like it was before. You still do lose like one or two of the mercenaries, only leaving like the party basically. And I'll keep Gun Guy around.
Nice.
So
Gun Guy.
only leaving the Duran sisters, the new guide George, Bruno,
Stickbug?
Bruno, Stickbug, Luca, and
Gun guy.
Oh, yeah, that's the other one. Yeah, and Gun Guy. Yeah. Out of a group of like 20 mercenaries, these are the only people that make it. When in the very far off distance, after you don't know how long, it's been like a month traveling, maybe longer. You see in the distance a giant stone temple reaching out from the sky. And the people who have not been here before, so specifically Strider has seen this site before. He's never been inside. But for the Duran sisters and for George, this is the very first time that you've seen it from afar. The grand city of Shangri-La, spoken only in myths and legends to George before, and it is beautiful.
Yo, thank you.
Like, Joker's jaw is gonna be like dropped, and she's gonna look around like, oh, it's. And she's gonna be like lost for words and like.
Oh,
she's
that's
gonna
like.
take out her phone and just take a picture.
Yo, that's a
Nice.
city, honestly.
I didn't think I'd ever make it back here. You, Luca? No, I absolutely didn't. I thought I'd die before I ever got the chance.
By the way, Neo told us what happened to the other two mercenaries that fucking passed away.
Got into a fight, killed each other.
Thank you, Neo.
We
Thank you
really
for keeping
appreciate it.
track of the mercenaries.
We will honor them. Nameless graves. One day, we should probably make some graves there.
Yes, but as you guys are gazing up at the city, inside of the city proper, inside of Shangri-La, somewhere in the markets, the Nowhere Knight, Exile Knight from a faraway land. There's trouble brewing inside of your mind. You haven't seen a certain Volpo in a little while, and whenever he disappears like this, he always comes with stupid fucking ideas that always gets him in trouble, and sometimes you by association. So whenever he disappears, you probably just get like this dread, like, oh no, oh no, 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 no.
Yeah. I'm probably in the market, like, buying some stuff, and, like, it's in the back of my mind, and I'm kind of, like, irritable, like, what do you mean this costs 3 cow pelts? Last time it was 2!
Yeah. So, like, you're in general annoyed, and there is a certain, and so, he, think of him in your mind, and he shall cometh. He, eventually, you feel a tap on your shoulder, and if you look that way, if you look left, you hear his voice in the right. You know, the classic, like, you walk by, tap your left shoulder, and then went over to your right.
Where are you looking, my friend?
Can I at least have a warning this time before you do, whatever it is that you're gonna do?
Oh, well, of course, because I think I might need your help this time.
Okay, what did we say about me helping you destroy your reputation?
Oh, come. I will not destroy my reputation this time. I will be destroying someone's reputation, though.
And he smiles to you and takes, like, one of your apples out of your bag and eats it.
Fucking furrows her brows like, you're lucky I'm fucking curious.
Curiosity killed the cat. Funny, though, that you're not a cat.
And he smiles at you with his mischievous smile.
Alright, yeah, it's been a bit too long since the fucking townspeople hated me anyway, let's go.
Come walk with me, talk with me.
Yeah, so you whatchamacallit, Sicario leads you around the city streets, getting you to, like, one of the side alleyways. Like, there are still people, like, vaguely around you, but you're, like, a little bit isolated in, like, a little alcove. And there, like, he sits down, finishes the apple, and throws it to like some wild animal to like finish the core. That like picks it up and like a little squirrel or something picks it up and eats it and runs off. So, my friend, have you heard of the stories of foreigners entering these strange lands? People like us.
Yeah, I mean, I know that you're here and I'm here.
No. I mean the ones that Rosuma made a big deal about a little while ago. What was it now, half a year?
Who? The fucking depressed-looking cat and the dog in the weird outfit? I'm pretty sure they died on the way back.
Rumor has it that they did not, and that they are outside the city, as it were, with more foreigners. And if Rosuma keeps to his word, that means basically, foreign nationalists, as it were, are entering the city in a group. Something that has never happened before. It would cause quite a stir.
And you're all right with that?
He gives you that mischievous grin as he smiles at you. You see, my wonderful friend, I have a plan.
Oh yeah, because those always end well.
They always end well for one person or another. At the very least, if I destroy my reputation, I do it while laughing. Keep your chin up. You get too down often.
Yeah, you know, I have so much stuff to be just exuberant about. Okay, what do you have in mind?
What if I prove to you that we can solve our little reputation problem, even mine? By using these outsiders.
Sure. Although, you know, this time I'm not, you know, playing assistant as you make the Temple of the Sky disappear. By the way, we almost died for that.
It was worth it. Did you see the smiles on their faces? Or, well, like upside down smiles. I think they're called frowns.
Yes, that's what I called.
Anyway, so I have maybe, do not spread this around, but I have maybe been in contact with that cat person. His name is Bruno. He is a very sad man. And he has told me that they are here to investigate the magic. Now, hear me out, okay? Hear me out. We can help them discover the secrets of the magic.
And that's going to help our reputation. How?
Well, every local inside of here knows that the magic comes from a stele in the city of the Temple of the Sky. So, if we help them eventually break into the Temple of the Sky, one of two things happens, okay? Either they fix the magic and we are heralded as heroes, all of us together. The foreigners are the ones that saved this land, saviors of Shangri-La. Or they get caught and we say that we were not with them. And then we are seen as saviors of Shangri-La, people that helped them catch these wondrous scoundrels that tried to break into the temple. What do you say?
Uh-huh. I say I take out this thing, go over there, kill all of them, and I'm seen as a hero anyway.
Oh, come on. What is the pizzazz, my friend? I mean, are you not curious about the magic since you have come here? At the very least, we could learn for ourselves.
Magic is the reason I was exiled from my homeland. Why would I be curious about it? I just know some... Don't... Kind of like, you know, looks around that nobody like else is around. Like, some fucker god gave me weird bunju juju powers, and now I'm here. Honestly, I don't care.
Well, a simple truth of the matter, whether the old folks in the city like it or not, is that the magic is going haywire. These past few months have been not good. Something bad is happening, and so if we just sit around, this city is going to go to shit. It does not look like many of the higher-ups know what to do. Action is what is needed, my friend.
And you think that a depressed catman and a maid are gonna be our salvation?
And if they are not, we sell them out to the devil.
and watch as they get executed, and we had heralded as heroes. He smiles at you again with that mischievous smile.
Honestly, sometimes I think you're more ruthless than me, and that scares me.
I am not ruthless, my friend. I am a gambler. Life is a gamble.
Fuck it then. I've never played Russian roulette before. Let's fucking go.
The only difference is whether or not you are sitting at the table or you are the dealer that always wins. And he puts up his hood, whatchamacallit, and he goes to disappear into the crowd, but he looks back at you one last time. I will contact you more later. Stay out of trouble until then, my friend. Try not to catch
Give him
too
a,
many
like-
prying eyes.
Yeah, give him like a half-hearted, like, just wave.
Yeah. Do you actually stick with this, or are you going to sell him out?
No, I'm sticking with it.
Okay.
Fuck it.
Oh, welcome back, whoever just left and joined.
Yeah, para.
All right.
You know
Bro,
what?
I love that guy.
Fuck it.
Yeah, I love that guy. Sicario.
Things couldn't
All
get
right.
double fucked, you know?
Luca was the name of the maid. I'll give you like a character sheet at the end of the session, as it were, so that you can whatchamacallit. Y'all sound funky. You okay, Para?
Para, you here? Well, no Para.
Yeah, I'm lagging probably.
You okay, buddy?
Yeah, probably lagging.
Child couldn't make it. It's okay. This trip is for grown-ups anyway.
This trip is for grown-ups.
Call him
I'm gonna
Kyle?
break your kneecaps.
All right. So, moving over as I had mentioned, the group of mercenaries, you guys enter this. So you guys get close to the city. There are decently sized walls that look to be made of like sandstone, or some kind of stone. That are erected all around the city. They're not like super tall. They're like barely above your heads. And it takes you a while to even find an entrance into the city, as after like the wanderlust goes away. From like the distance when you saw the city proper, and you saw this like massive flourishing oasis inside of this fucking the hell jungle that you've been exploring for the last month. Eventually, you finally make it to what looks like an actual door or like entrance inside of the city. And Bruno like motions to stop as he like walks up and goes to talk to some of the guards. And then walks back to the crew. Well, it's a good thing I made preparations beforehand. They said that we can go in, don't touch anything. Okay, wait, no, backing up. Here are the ground rules, all right? Pay attention. He like specifically snaps at Joker. Not regardless of what she was doing, she like snaps at Joker to make sure that Joker's paying attention.
She was like looking around, and she just like kind of like stands at attention and like, yeah.
All right. So here are the rules. Don't badmouth Estelle, the god of the sky. All right. Don't badmouth their god. They're very religious. Number 2, you're not allowed up on the higher levels. We have to stay on the lower levels of the city. Okay. Number 3.
You, boss, I have a question.
Yeah. What?
You say we are not allowed to go to the upper floors. What
Yes.
happens if we do that, though?
The last time that I was here, I saw one guy try to make a break for it, and he got shot by a bow and arrow in the head
Noted.
3 times.
Noted.
So, got it.
I have a contact on the inside. He's saying that he'll show us around the city, and then he can hook us up with a house, or at least a place to stay for a while. Try not to
no.
make trouble, at least for now. Okay? No stealing random objects off of the side of the street. He again looks specifically at Joker. Then he looks over. Then he looks over at Strider. No stabbing people in the knees because they called you short.
No, I get that. I would do that as well.
Well,
He nods.
I'm also there, right? Bruno,
Yeah.
can I
Yeah.
follow you? Come along with you.
The plan was for all of us to go.
Oh. Okay. Oh, that's good then.
I only needed to go ahead to make sure that they knew who we were before shooting us. I was afraid that
Okay.
if we walked up to the guards together, that they might, you know, kill us.
That sounds reasonable. I understand.
Joker raises her hand.
Yes, Joker.
Do we need like guest cards, like VIP passes, like on our jackets?
No, they'll be able to tell that we're foreigners just by looking at us.
Yeah, it's kind of mean, but whatever.
This place, I assume, doesn't get many outsiders, doesn't get guests often. The only reason that we're allowed in is because we made a deal with the Great Chief. Oh yeah, don't fuck with the Great Chief if you see him. Oh, and you see, deep within his eyes, Bruno looks fucking scared.
Cut! Don't fuck with the Great Chief.
No.
We're here under his mercy, as it were. In general, just try to keep a low profile, try to stay calm. We'll talk more about the actual details of the mission when we get inside after we meet up with our contact. Alright?
All right.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, and so you guys enter through the gates, as it were, into Shangri-La proper. And you guys are starting all the way up here at the top. Up here towards the north side. Where I'm picking right here. And you're being led in. This area in general, up here towards the north side, so like all of this, is like a small little fishing village within like the city itself. Like there are a whole bunch of like houses and fisheries. And you can see that this place is already, just by the amount of like rafts and or fisheries that are going on. It's a very nice. This place has, you're not even in the market proper, but the market, even just from like you can tell about like the people in rafts, is already thriving. Way more than the village that you were in, George.
I'm trying to hide it. I'm sorry.
What?
The line I made a boo.
I made also a line. I
That
wanted to
might-
scroll up, and then I had the drawing tool enabled.
Okay.
Dio, you said that fighting is like a big thing in the city. Do we already see like people like going like toe to toe with each other, just like, you know, sparring and
you're-
stuff?
So as you're going, as you're moving around, you know that this is heavily populated by like a whole bunch of reptilian people. So there are like some monkey people, some chameleons, stuff like that. But there's like a lot of like different races. So like there's as I had mentioned, it's like a 50-50 split between the like half like waifu-ish lizardmen and like the actual like rock like lizardmen. The same with like some chameleon people. You see like people shifting forms. And as you start to move down to the south a little bit more, you can see that like as you get like down to like the more populated market area, there's like you see a small little interaction by the side of the street. You see one guy go, "It used to yesterday it was 4 goat skins, and now it is 5. I have had enough." "Oh yeah, take it out back with me, then, motherfucker." "Good." And they just like get out. Like the shopkeeper gets up and they just start punching the shit out of each other.
Nice.
And you might like look at that like, oh, is that okay? And then you like either the rest of the people that are there just keep walking by, and or there's like a small crowd like cheering them on. And the guard, you see like there's like a guard that looks very similar to the guards that were at the front entrance. Who just like watch it and don't care. They just like shrug. They're like, yeah, another Tuesday.
Mole is
Okay.
gonna turn to her sister and she's gonna be like, "Sister, this is paradise."
Yeah,
no, I have
that's
two
Sargon,
questions
alright.
with you. You said, I just want to know, you said when we would quote unquote magic. Do we have
Yes.
it yet?
Yes. As soon as so,
Okay.
those of you who can cast magic of the group, it's just you, right, Joker?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that you're the
I
only
think
one that
so.
has spells, right? Because artificer spells aren't actually spells.
Yeah.
See, what do you count as magic? Because my class, I have chosen like a subclass for barbarians that gives me like magical like claw attacks. Would that count as like something that I had previously or something that I have now?
No,
That's your
if
art
it's
spell.
Yeah, well, if it's your arts, no. But if it's anything that's magical that's coming from your class, then yes. So those of you that have magic, I'll just say that those of you that can, that do have magic in your class, as soon as you actually pass through the gates, you like feel something deep within the pit of your stomach, like something's weird. I won't say wrong necessarily. It just feels like you're powerful. You don't know exactly what it is. You just feel different. As you're walking through. Specifically, because I think that you're a full caster.
Okay,
right,
perfect. Now I'm gonna ask you, what was this guy selling by chance?
He was a clothes shop. He was just selling clothes. And right now it's an unguarded stall because they're beating the shit out of each other.
Yeah, so Joker's gonna be like seeing them fighting, and her sister's gonna be looking at it like, fuck yeah, cheering them on.
Yeah.
And then Joker's gonna look to the stall and she's gonna want to go grab something from it, but she has this. She's been told by 2 people now to not do any of this stuff right now.
Yeah.
But for some reason, she seems to grab something, almost as if an invisible hand is doing it.
Nice.
Yeah. So, and no one really notices this, like even the guard, because there's like this massive commotion around like the fight itself. As the stall keeper and some random customer are just beating the shit out of each other. So no one really notices or pays attention to it as you mage hand or you invisible hand, like a t-shirt, off of this stall. And assumingly everyone in the mercenary group just looks at it and then looks down at you and then looks back at that.
Yeah, Joker's like, it lands, like it gets to her and she's like, Bruno, I promise I didn't mean to do that.
We'll have to investigate that later. Move fast.
Does Bruno look away or does he watch her?
He's watching you.
Fuck. Okay,
He's not watching you intently.
Okay, yeah, she's gonna, because Bruno's watching her, she's gonna try to put it back, like run past and just like place it on the stall and like leave.
Mole probably didn't notice any of that because he was.
Bro, Mole returns to the group and she's gonna be like, yo, have you seen that fucking uppercuts that one guy gave the other? It was clean as. And then she looks at her sister and, do you have like still something in your hands that probably isn't
putting
yours?
it back at the stall?
Yeah, probably just putting it back at the stall.
It happened again, didn't it?
No.
Okay.
Ryder, can you keep an eye on these 2, especially that one?
Huh? Shouldn't it be the other way around?
Your sister steals anything that looks vaguely shiny.
Okay.
Okay, look,
Your
I
point
did
is-
not grab that. That shirt came to me.
What do you mean?
I'm putting you on Joker duty, Strider. And Bruno keeps walking ahead.
Strider looks at Bruno. I'm not going to be paid extra, am I?
Maybe. Depends on your results. If you can keep her from stealing anything while we're here, or no, if you can keep her from getting caught stealing anything while we're here, then yeah, you'll get paid extra.
Okay.
Okay, look, I didn't. Wait, did you say not get caught?
Bruno like stares at you for a little bit, and you see like the side of his mouth smirks a little bit as he continues to walk.
So
You
so
heard the
as
boss.
as they're starting to walk away, like, and the fight is, and the fight is going, she like turns around back to the stall and like tries to use her mind to because she's not too sure how she did it yet, but she tries to use her mind. Fuck, wait, it's cutting out. She tries to use her mind to grab the shirt again, and yeah, she does. She like grabs it and brings it towards her, and then she just hides it inside her coat.
God damn it. Yeah, you get a pass now because it's session 0, but I'll make you roll stealth for that next time.
You want to go? I can roll it right fucking now.
Okay, roll stealth.
Stealth or sleight of hand?
Sleight of hand, sorry.
Okay.
You already have a sheet open?
I can't. I have it down somewhere here, but I don't have it
Alright,
open.
first roll. Nat 1.
That would be
Get wrecked.
so fucking
Okay,
funny.
no, you're fine. You're fine.
You see why I wasn't
Plus
scared
skill,
of
by the
this?
way.
Kleptomania is a serious problem. Yeah, you're fine. George, as you're witnessing all of this, do you say anything about fucking the child stealing things, or are you still just enamored with the city proper?
He doesn't even know I have his candlestick in my jacket too.
Yes, right.
We probably took even more if we went through Valen's dimension.
No, she was
But-
resting.
I'm just looking there. I see that it is happening, but I'm just like silently judging with my eyes, but I'm not saying anything.
Okay. Specifically Luca, who is like walking next to you, George, near the back. She sees that you're like staring and judging at the small ones as they bicker amongst themselves. And she gives you like an apologetic look, apologetic smile. You'll have to forgive them. Their kind is attracted to stealing, as it were.
Well, in the end, they are from different regions. They grew up at different places. There used to be times in my life as well where I would have done the same thing.
So, is it everything that you imagined? And she's like, in general, like looking around the city, as like it's just like beautiful and prospering, like very clearly the best city that you've ever been to in Sargon.
Well, I have to say I'm still blinded by the beauty of this place. But even though I wished I wouldn't be fighting, it feels very nice to stay here. I like this place.
She again, her apologetic smile gets kind of sad, not looking at you, but looking specifically up towards the massive temple that dominates a lot of like the northern skyline. As she stares at it with like this like weird look of purpose. I'd like to thank you, George, for guiding us here. Without you, I think that we probably all would have died in the jungle somewhere. I know we've already told you this a couple of times, but... And then she like looks over towards the children bickering again while Bruno's walking around ignoring them. But... sorry for everything that we're going to do in the future as well. And with that, she started... Oh, sorry, continue.
Don't feel bad, actually. I wanted to leave my place eventually, so... It's not that bad, and all in the end, I got to a beautiful place that I've never seen before. I would even dare to say it's one of the most beautiful places I've ever seen in my entire life. So there's nothing to apologize. I'm actually grateful that you took me on this journey.
Well, George, I hope that you find whatever you're looking for, whether that be a person, or just purpose in general. And then Luca kind of like separates a little bit from the group, kind of silently. The rest of them don't notice this, only you really do, George. And if you like look back at her, like a question, she puts like a finger like up to her mouth, as if like don't mention it. And she starts to walk into the crowd a little bit, so she separates from the party.
I'm actually starting to sim for Luca. Actually, I didn't think that.
Oh no.
I didn't say this in character, just so you know.
Monkey brain.
Yeah.
Monkey brain is activated.
All right, so as you guys are like stealing things and whatnot, there's someone that makes a great scene when you get to around like the market. So it's this like massive, beautiful flower bed in front of a large building, with a like beautiful like goldish roof. And you can tell by like the a lot of these signs, or just like vaguely context clues, that this is like the Merchants Guild within the city. Very rich part of the neighborhood, even like comparatively to like the fisheries and stuff that you would be up to before. And at the very top of the Merchants Guild, there's a hooded man with a kind of fluffy tail and ears poking out of the hood. And he yelled, and you can barely hear him because he's so high up on the top of the building. But you hear from the top of the building, "Hello, my friends! Are you the foreigners from a strange land that have come here to know the secrets of magic?"
What?
And a lot of people turn over and turn to look at you. Like, you had been managed to like sneak around and kind of like low key chill inside of the city. But as the hooded man on the top of the Merchants Guild yells down to you, a lot of people like look over towards you and look over towards specifically the guy on the top of the roof. And Bruno, you see, gets like super sad. I chose the wrong guide. I chose the wrong guide. I chose the wrong guide. I chose the wrong. And he's just like shaking his head, and he like looks around. He's like, maybe we could just walk away. Maybe we could just. And it's like very clear because everyone is looking at you around you. Everyone's like staring at you, like curious, and/or the people that have now realized that you're like a group of foreigners kind of look like they're scared or even like angry or disgusted.
We could make this very funny.
How so?
So what do you do as the man yells up from the top of the whatchamacallit? From the top of the building.
Well, a monkey is
Yeah,
not
well,
usually
I
the.
didn't hear you.
Sorry, what'd you say? You been speaking at the same time.
Like Mole will just shot. What? I didn't understand you.
What did George say? Oh, George, were you going to say something?
Oh yeah. I was going to say like monkey is always like never in the main lights. Usually always like in the back, and has like his arms behind his back, and it's just looking up and just observing what the others are doing there. I'm just like more like the side character there.
Mm-hmm. So he, rather skillfully, the stranger manages to hop down off of the Merchant's Guild by going down from like the top of the roof down to like one of the rafters, and slings down, hooking what appears to be like a thin rope, from right underneath his wrist, very skillfully, and lands under the ground. A lot of people like make space for him, and you hear from around you like the whispers, "Oh, it's fucking Sicario again. Oh God, what is he up to now? Dealing with foreigners, they should stick together." As the man finally reveals his hood, and it is a tan-skinned man with bright red hair, who is very clearly a fox boy, kind of handsome, but kind of also mischievous. And he's giving you a mischievous smile as he looks over towards you. "You must be my friends from another land. Come, out of prying eyes. You are welcome in my home."
Joker looks up at him a bit confused, hears what the people are saying, sees he's just like them in a sense, and she hands him one of the apples she was taking.
He smiles down, not mischievously, like genuinely smiles at the apple, and he takes it. "Well then, my little friend, I did not think that mercenaries would bring their children, but..." And he shrugs.
Yo.
Yeah, I do.
No.
Yeah, I'm sorry. We keep the kid around because he's apparently good at what he's good at what he does.
Strider, hold yourself back.
She points at Strider.
Yeah. Yeah, boss put
You
us
really
on
wanna die, huh?
babysitting duty.
Well, eventually I do want to die in a glorious blaze, but if I have offended you, I am sorry.
I'm not talking about you.
I'm not talking about you. Staring at Joker.
Look, if you're hungry, kid, I got him more apples.
No, we don't have time. We're making too much of a scene. Listen, Sicario. Yes, can you just please guide us to wherever you're going? Outside of prying eyes. Like Bruno gets close to Sicario, and Sicario like backs up very quickly. Yes, of course. Come. I will blend you in with my society. You will be like small little children, but you are not children because that offends you somehow. And he hands out a couple of like robes that will cover your entire like upper body with hoods on it to guise who you are, to shield who you are. All right, it's hot as hell, but here. And Bruno is like how he helps on the hood over Joker.
Joker looks up to what's his name, Sicario. Yeah, Sicario, whatever. And she kind of wiggles her mustache and she's like, "We're not children."
I see.
and I am not a man. And he smiles down at you.
Yo, I
He's one
like
of
this
those
guy.
new age. He's one of those new age people, isn't he?
Oh no, I don't like this guy.
Yeah. Maybe he's not a man because he identifies as like a helicopter or something.
Jesus
They
Christ.
put
No, I wait. You don't have time. As you can clearly tell that like you see some of the guards are even starting to walk towards you guys. You don't know if like you're in trouble or anything, or like in general, like it's if they're just curious. And Sicario smiles. Fine, follow me. Pay attention now. Do not get lost. And Sicario very effortlessly starts to walk down towards the cell. And as long as you guys follow, you stay away from prying eyes. However, specifically Strider.
Oh boy.
You notice a robed raccoon man, and when I say raccoon man, I mean like he is like a like he does look like a anthropomorphic raccoon, right? Is staring out from the center doorway of the Merchants Guild, and he's staring at your party with like this grim expression. Like most people here are just like confused, but he's looking at you guys like almost like he's like really pissed at you guys for some reason. But like there's almost like death glare. You've seen that glare as a mercenary. He is hostile towards you, even though you've never seen him and you don't know who he is.
Do I know him or?
No,
I'm
you don't know
assuming-
who him. Yeah, you don't know him.
Yeah. Yeah, he just gonna walk like near Bruno and just tell him, we got hostile.
Bruno looks over. Never seen that guy before. Why is he? Don't have time. We'll deal with it later. And so eventually, Sicario leads you through the bustling area of town. Anybody that was following you, Sicario and you guys with your robes on to make you blend in with the rest of the society, managed to very easily and efficiently shake off any of the people that were following you. Specifically, as you're going through a lot of the markets, you guys see not only like a whole bunch of like bizarre foods that you guys have never seen, weird stalls selling weird trinkets, odds and ends, probably races that you're not that familiar with, but also you see magic. You see people in very specific what appear to be ceremonial robes, bright colored ceremonial robes, like moving whole entire large slabs of stone with their minds. You see people starting their fireplaces or their fire pits or their stoves with like the snap of a finger instead of like a torch or a lighter. And it seems in a very real sense magic exists around you. It hasn't been that long since you've entered the city and you are already seeing the effects of magic. And to these people, like the snapping of the finger and creating sparks out of nothingness seems like every day. Like no one like bats an eye when there are people like walking around the city carrying giant stone slabs and putting them into places, and like into like construction areas with just their mind.
Joker's gonna see this and she's gonna be like, she's gonna start like saying, "Hey, I think that's what I was doing, kind of, almost."
How are you doing that?
You see, my young sister, the magic has chosen me as its next great user.
You are not that far off. If you are a shaman as you claim you are, and you can do things that you could not before, it is because Estelle has blessed you.
Estelle? Was that
Yes, the god of the sky, the great protector of this land.
Yo, this must have happened recently because, sister, I know you as much as I know myself, and I've never seen you do that.
No, it's just like I almost have like this kind of like invisible hand that I can control with my mind, and then like she slaps you with it. See? Doesn't hurt much, but yeah.
Yeah. She's gonna be you are amazing.
So
So eventually, you are led through the magical markets to a very run-down, old-looking shack on the south end of the markets. They're waiting outside the markets. Nowhere Night.
Yee.
Sicario had mentioned to you that he had wanted you to wait at his house. And so you were simply just waiting there if you are going to go along with the plans. And as you look up and you see this like group of people that are 3 of them are children sized, with hoods and robes over them of Shangri-La, to blend in so they look like normal. And for the group themselves, they see a blue-haired armored knight, which is kind of odd, given there are no knights inside of especially not heavy armored knights inside of whatchamacallit.
Yep. She's kind of like waiting, like kind of leaning against the thing, crossed arms, kind of like looking at them as they're approaching, like, oh my god.
Your
Hello, my
sisters.
friends. This is Bruno, leader of this wonderful group of adventurers. And Bruno, this is the Nowhere Knight. Very cool name, mysterious.
But aren't you here?
Yeah.
So you're not nowhere, right?
It's a pretty goofy name for a person as cool as you.
It isn't officially my name anymore. Campaign nights have to have something flashy to catch the attention of the public.
Yeah, we're trying to do the opposite of that, so good thing you dropped that name.
Absolutely.
We should go inside. Bruno like motions inside and like pushes past a little bit, like past Sicario. He looks over at you like he's a little bit curious, like he's eyeing you up. Nowhere Night. As he's like gauging your ability.
Yeah.
Before he just opens the door to Sicario's house. And Sicario, like, he doesn't even look bothered by this, he's smiling. And he looks over at you and he winks. Sicario winks at you. As he follows himself, as he follows Bruno inside of the house.
Sicario, a word before we go greet our new friends.
Yes, of course. Make yourself at home, everyone. And assumingly, the rest of them enter inside of the Sicario's house, and Sicario goes to talk with the knight. What is it?
The white-haired midget's the strongest, the bug's the deadliest, the cat is the most dangerous. Let's go.
This is why I keep you around. And he smiles at you before entering inside the house. Bruno has made himself at home, as it were. Like he sits down at a table that isn't his. He moves the whatchamacallit. He moves the chair in the center of the room. Like the center of the living room. It's a kind of rundown shack, as it were. Not the greatest, especially comparatively. It's like, actually, it is the normal Sargon house, as it were. Even though it's inside of the great city of Shangri-La. And he takes the seat and he looks around at all of you. Came here with 20 men. Well, originally was coming here with 20 men. You're all that's left. All right, listen. I know you've all come here for different reasons, but we've managed to make it to the great city of Shangri-La. We're here on explicit orders from Boss Man. I want all of you to try to find out exactly what this magic is inside the city, where it comes from, and preferably, if there's a way to take it outside the city. Not hostilely, but if it can be replicated, as it were. Sound good?
I mean, I'm all for that, and I'm what he called a shaman, so I could really help with that. And then she tries to she puts her hands out, and then she tries to use the invisible hand she has to try to undo her coat, but the new one she got, but she undoes both, and they both fall to the ground, and she has a maid outfit on underneath, and all the things she's stolen just fall to the ground, including the fucking candlestick. And she just stands there proudly.
Everyone just stares at her. Also, nowhere. She did just say that she was a shaman, and she did just use magic, so you know that she is he was old. Yeah.
Sister, I told you you are only allowed to steal things when I am around. Who else is gonna beat up the original owners of what you stole?
You were around, and they were busy fighting already. So I figured, do
On
things
that
now.
point, specifically with Joker, I don't care how you find out about the magic. I don't care what means you have to go through, just don't get caught. Understand?
She salutes and says, "Yes, sir."
While he said that they need to do this, right? George thought he's already done because he was hired for being a guide, right?
You are essentially vaguely done. You can talk to him about it, but yeah.
I'm just standing around there and I'm like listening to it, very intrigued, but I'm like not saying anything. I'm like just like interesting, without saying it, like thinking it.
Yeah. All right, you fucking mercenaries, bastards, and then he looks over at Joker. Whatever the fuck you are. It can't be that hard of a job. All right? Just go around, ask a few people, try to stay out of trouble, and if need be, break into the temple of the old god and figure out exactly what the secrets of magic are. Welcome to Shangri-La. And with that, I will end the first session.
Nice.
Nice.
Applause, Leo.
Hey,
Woo,
get that.
let's
Wait,
Go.
I can do it. Wait, applause. You don't have to applause. I can.
We're gonna pretend we heard it.
Yeah. Oh. The city of Shangri-La, the forgotten city where magic exists. The next session, you'll actually get to explore it. I'm very curious about how you guys are going to go. So, this is not the way I design campaigns. Is a little different to Skorak. I design a world, and then you guys should just interact inside of it. So you're not going to get like a ton of direction outside of go find the magic. So I'm fascinated to know what you guys are going to try first. Yeah, I run my campaigns a lot more sandboxy than most people do. So, oh boy,
Yo! Oh, you legends.
nice.
Bloody hell.
Great session 0, y'all. Ren, if you're still awake, go to sleep.
Yes. Ren said they would go to sleep when Neo donates 10.
Yep.
For context.
All right. Oh,
Well, that was certainly very well done. Very different.
Yeah.
Like, it's
Very
nice
different.
to not
Yeah.
have to think about the music. You did an amazing job there.
well, I'm used to controlling music through Watch Together, so since we're using Watch Together, I can just control music.
It's also
So
way
that's
easier
cool.
for
I
you
need-
to
I
actually.
need to learn how to use it.
It's way easier for you to
So-
also control the moods. That's
Next
so good.
week,
Yes, yeah.
next
Yep.
week is this session or
Yeah.
That depends. Like if
Okay.
Dio can also handle the stream as well, or Polarisu, but I won't be here.
I might be able. I didn't realize that I would also be the DM, so.
Yeah,
Holy
that's the
shit,
thing.
I
Like
have to
maybe
stream it.
someone
Yeah.
can do it, but I won't be
'Cause
here
I
next
am-
week. So
yeah.
just so you know.
Especially because next week is when the session actually starts, and you guys have sheets and stuff like that. So
Yup.
you guys might get into fights actual session 1 if you guys fucking want. So
Yes, we will.
We will.
Strider
yeah,
walks up
we-
to the raccoon man and just starts
Hey.
stabbing him.
Chris,
But you didn't expect
Just
this in your
in your
Yo,
Gosh.
Chris.
lovely session 0.
It absolutely was.
Well, thank you very
Yeah.
much.
Oh, thank you, Chris. Woo!
Thank you.
Campaign has not started fully proper. You've only met a couple of characters. This is very interesting because look, I'm very curious about how this is going to go because you are, and I designed it this way, but you guys don't know each other that much. And so you guys might actually break off and try to find it in different ways because you have different goals. And I will tell you right now from the start, as I mentioned before, the secret behind magic and the villains, as it were, there is no pure villain. There are people that are more hateable than others, but no one is completely right in this situation. And so I'm very curious about what the party is going to choose to do and who they're going to choose to side with. Ooh, it's gonna be fun. I look forward to this.
Does our,
Especially now that I know your characters.
does our party have a moral compass? Not really.
Some
do we?
of them do.
Uh,
George does.
I'm just so not used to hear George and then have to answer.
Yeah. George has a moral compass. Bruno, to some extent, has a moral compass.
Bruno's cool.
Depressed cat mercenary.
I like Luca.
I assume also... Luca.
Luca is so cool. I don't know why. I like
How can
her
you?
theme.
How can? Yeah, that's the thing. How can you be depressed if you have a dog girl mate next to you?
Oh, that was the thing that was making him happy.
That was the only thing that was making him happy, yeah. This is the only time he smiled when he was laughing at Luca.
Well, then I need to feel bad if I would steal her from him.
They are not in a relationship, I'll tell you.
Not yet. They could be if I wouldn't interfere.
They've been... they've been friends for a very long time.
Yeah.
And the monkey's gonna just set up a table and a date and be like, oh, yes, for, something for the lady and the gentleman this evening. Yandere ran. No, she's nice.
God, you fucking... I can't wait for the Durance to to just cause so much trouble.
Yep.
To just fucking... Just fuck shit up. Just go to the... Why don't we just go to the Merchants Guild and just start stealing shit?
So you say that that's probably what will happen at the beginning of the next session.
Well, especially if Sicario actually mentioned... Not Sicario. If Strider actually starts mentioning to people that there was a raccoon glaring at you guys. Hey, there was a raccoon that was hostile to us. We're going to steal from him. What?
I mean, his job is only so that you guys don't get caught, right?
Yep.
He gets extra, so yeah.
Yeah, your explicit job at the moment, Strider, is just to make sure that the Dwarf Sisters don't get caught doing what they're doing. They don't cause a scene. George does not have a purpose at the moment. He's here looking for a purpose. And then Sicario and Nowhere are little bastard people.
Wait a second,
Especially Sicario.
We're fucking
didn't realize
scheming.
I didn't realize this, but the pit is on the ground level.
Yes. You guys
oh
can
my
enter the
God.
pit immediately, yes.
We will go to the pit.
The pit is accessible to you guys immediately.
Oh, bro, I'm gonna like beat up people, and while like the public is like watching all the epic fighting, you're just gonna pickpocket everybody.
Yeah, the markets, the slum, and the pits are the things that are immediately available to you, as well as the farm area down there, and the Temple of the Moon, where you can meet Shyamalan.
Oh, M. Night Shyamalan.
Yeah, big snack on it, Sean.
Well, once again, because
so
of
it's
me.
more of a sandbox then. Ah, okay. So it's more open world then, I guess.
Well, open city, but yeah.
Yeah. Ah.
I'm not. Well, because it's a at its core, it's a mystery campaign. It's your job. It's your guys' job to go around and try to find out why magic is happening and why it's going bad. And so you guys. So I'm not going to give you a ton of direction, as it were. Figure it out. Go do it. Figure it. Where magic come from? What's going on with the God of the Sky?
Yeah, go meet the Great Chief's pecs.
We need like what's applause music? I don't have applause music. What's happy music?
I can give you one. Wait.
Every time I have happy music, it's Blue Archive. That's my go-to happy music.
I
Here,
can't.
actually-
I'm banned from playing Specialist.
here it is.
Oh,
Here it is, Dio.
oh. Wait, Dio, is it in the list? I can play
Wait,
it.
no, I can. I have it.
Yeah, we can click on it.
Yeah,
you
we can
guys
just
are
click
allowed
on
to
it.
fucking. Hold on, wait, no. It's fine. I'm banned from playing Specialist, but I have other Persona music. I can
Okay.
play.
You guys are broken, Dio. Look what you did.
Yeah,
Look, it's
what a shame.
his own fault.
Well,
yeah, it's my one song. Okay, there we go. Here we go. Yeah. There's other Persona.
It would have been so mad if all of us were thrown into like a sandbox campaign like that for our first campaign. Like,
No, yeah, it's pretty
don't-
rough. You need
Yeah.
direction because it's hard to even know that you're allowed to do anything you want without ever playing D&D. But now the training wheels are off. Now, motherfucker, Skorak has helped you enough. You guys, you fucking figure it out. Figure out how magic started.
You guys are gonna get to have your sandbox rabbit, and maybe everything's gonna be fucked up. I don't know.
I'm just gonna say
Then
the
we're
real.
going back to our regularly scheduled program.
I will find the real magic, and that is love, and that's all I need to know.
Or maybe the real magic was a cat mates we found along the way. It was dog. So-
In either way, the catmate is the solution. Well, now
We
let
haven't
us
really
thank
known any of the characters yet, but yeah.
to the legendary, the Green Gang, but even a tier higher, the Eden Investors. One of them being Big Bob. Other one, Ella Bright.
Luna, Yeet Frog, Kiwi,
Moving.
Jake VDV, Frankfurt Master of Disguise, Insanity Drive, Dark J, Chris, and that seems like it. Thank you for war showing, everybody. A big shout out to Brogang, and personal special shout out to Aodo for making an amazing piece of fan art once more.
Yup.
The song that
by
I
the way,
chose,
before
by the way, has the lyrics "Going Gorillas Bananas," and I can't help but think of George, and it's very funny.
Well,
Yeah.
yes, applause once again to Dio. Fresh opinions.
Yeah.
Or
Don't give
DMing this.
Don't give me an applause yet. You guys haven't gotten to the suffering yet. You're gonna regret that applause later on.
Jokes on you,
No,
we
before
want
we,
the suffering.
Before we finish with this, I have to ask the chat something.
What is it?
There we go.
Going Gorillas
I made a poll.
Bananas. Any chance I can put my rogue level on Warlocks at all least? Please.
I voted no.
I wouldn't know as well.
Same here.
Yo, no, what?
I
Wait,
can't
did not
vote, I'm
vote.
joking.
wait,
I didn't vote if it makes you feel any
we have
better.
7 votes and they're all
I
on no, Skorak. So I'm happy what I'm seeing here.
Wow.
You guys are amazing. Don't ever click on don't click on yes, guys. We're better than this.
Thank you. What? Why are you? Why is it better than this? Like than the fucking.
Because
Midwest
we did
level?
vote on this and it was decided a long time ago. Now you just try to evade it. Like I don't like this.
Yeah,
I
you
think
cannot.
yeah, it was
You cannot,
decided.
you cannot redo elections until like the results are fitting with you.
Yeah,
You gave the people
Watch
the notice.
me.
like that's what you do on
wait
Twitch.
4 years.
United States.
Like that's a Twitch thing to do, but not a YouTube thing. If you do a poll on YouTube, you gotta keep it, you know. On Twitch, it's just gonna change
This is
it.
basically gonna be a 3-level fucking multiclass because there's 2-level multiclass, like actually 1 to go, and then I'll just have to put 1 level on Rogue.
Essentially.
There's like 8 levels of the build I actually want to make, then Rogue. Then 1 level Rogue. Which I
Will
can't
we-
use because I have a great sword.
Will we even level up in this
Whoa.
campaign?
No.
Yes, there we go.
Yeah, you'll stay level 9 for the whole campaign.
Oh, Scary, that's gotta
'Cause
suck
it's not
to be
going-
you,
it's
right?
It's not gonna be
And
that long.
fuck
of a
you!
campaign.
You're like, oh, it sucks to be you. And then you're like, yeah, guys, don't vote yes.
Like, out of interest, like how long, Dio, are you planning for this campaign to be?
I don't know. Well, so here's the problem with the way I design my campaigns, right?
We
If
could
you
spend
know where
weeks.
to go, you could end the session you could end the campaign next session.
So it means if there's a chance I'm not gonna be playing the session.
If you know who to talk, there's no way they do it. Cesith, all right?
Well,
There's no way they do. There's no fucking way they do it.
Well, I certainly get a name from you. Lucky you that I'm not there. To next session to maybe share my knowledge with the group that you give me through the letter. But yeah.
Yeah. The name. Yeah. Hold on. Give me a second. But yeah, there's literally no way that that they figure out exactly what's going on inside of the campaign next session.
Skorak's in phase 4 bartering.
You say there's a chance, but there's no way. That makes a lot of
I
sense,
only
Dio.
get expertise at level 2.
We need
That's one, isn't
music,
it?
I
Dio.
won't go level 2.
Oh,
That's
you need
one.
more music?
Yeah, we
That's
need more
okay,
music.
you
Oh,
need
not
music?
two.
Okay, fine.
Well, we need a goodbye music. Something like, it's time to say goodbye.
Copyright. So bye.
Copyright, yeah.
just do what I do. Just end the stream
We
and say
don't
bye.
do pussy ass goodbyes, alright? We say goodbye with last surprise.
Wait,
Well, then-
wait. Are we gonna gotcha the stat?
Yes.
Well,
I'll add out the thing somewhere so you can use it at all.
in that
Oh,
case,
come on,
guys,
Let's
you're
go,
amazing.
Let's go.
and I would say have a nice one. Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Yeah.
Harmacists. I want to play Blue Archive. I swear to God, I'm not playing Blue Archive.
Anymore,
wait.
right? Anymore.
Yeah, I did play on JP server once, the one time I got paid, but there it didn't work. So that's, hey,
Wait, you got paid? Wait, what?
I'm a viable person. If